Welcome to the Cleveland Moto Podcast.
We got numbers.
Hey guys, welcome to Cleveland Moto Podcast number 551. Light 'em up, boys! I've been handed a Bob Euchre special, a light beer from Miller. It is... Dan got an effervescent out. He is wearing most of that cider. Damn, man. Yeah, that was effervescent.
Good, though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that is like sex in a canoe. Fucking close to water.
Hello, everybody
All
on the chat. Thank you for joining us. You guys were all here early.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah. They understood the mission.
Yes.
They understood the assignment. To my immediately left, wiping his face off from the beverage that has distributed itself into his pie hole.
Dan Krupke.
And to his left,
Steve Sleepy.
and to his left,
Johnny Mac. He's here. He's just doing something.
yeah, and then to his left.
Mike Stewart.
Was I supposed to be Sean?
No, you're cool. Yeah, we'll figure that out. And then to his left,
Miles, a.k.a. MotoSmith Garage.
MotoSmith Garage. And behind the bar tonight,
Tom Pennington.
So wait a minute. Something that happened in the chat actually happened in real life.
yes,
Wow.
I know.
That's amazing.
It is amazing, isn't it?
So
Yeah.
last week you were in here, and
Right.
now you're here.
Right.
Now here I am.
Yeah, you're proving the case when everybody's like, "Oh yes, you know what can I do? Can I be on the podcast?" Yeah, fucking show up. You show up in Cleveland, Ohio on a Thursday, give or take 8:00. We're gonna put you to work, right? You're gonna come on the podcast. Right on. So
And then all the yard work outside has to be done too.
that has to be done too. So our friend Myles Gauthier, Gauthier.
Very good, yeah.
Yeah, well, you know, like I said, I've been listening to your radio and watching your TV for a long time.
It's almost like somebody I used to know.
So, where are you from?
I'm from Trenton, Ontario.
Hey, yay! What do you do for a living?
I'm a plumber.
Yeah, I was going to say
plumber.
you keep it moving.
That's right.
That's exactly you're a union plumber.
Yeah, that's right.
That's
Professional
very cool.
pipe layer.
You betcha.
I did notice that you are also a certified forklift operator.
I have been known.
I've been known to dabble in
Lift
forklift.
forks, yeah.
Yeah, in the art of forklifting.
That's right.
Yeah. Very, very cool. So, MotoSmith Garage,
Yeah.
tell the folks what you do.
That was just a little harebrained scheme I had during COVID. I really just want to make things that I like to wear personally, and designed a logo. And a bunch of my buddies were like, "Hey, man, can I get a shirt? Can I get a hat?" And just kind of got the ball rolling from there.
Yeah.
And then had a kid and haven't done much with it since then. I'm not gonna lie.
Are you trying to say that the baby took away your free time?
Well, I told myself when I became a dad, I was gonna go full tilt on that.
Yeah.
So it took up so much time trying to find people to make things properly, and I wasn't happy with the products I was getting that I was paying for and charging people for. So I've done as much of it as I can myself. I've slowly got into like ironing my own stuff onto clothes, and I was trying to sew patches onto hats and that kind of thing. But yeah, I haven't really done too much in the way of clothing and hats lately. I did a little bit last fall. Not too crazy with the clothing sales right now, if you can believe it. People aren't really spending money on things they don't need.
You're shocking me. You're
Yeah,
kidding me.
I
Really?
bet, yeah.
Oh my God, man. Because I
crazy.
mean, they're just giving the groceries away at the grocery store.
I
It's
know,
like, I
right?
don't know why. It's like so cheap.
Dude.
You know?
Gas was like free today.
I know. Gas is like
amazing.
nothing. Yeah, that's fantastic. And
Totally.
diesel, they're just giving diesel away.
Yeah, it totally doesn't cost me almost $30 a day to drive to work now. So that's totally awesome.
I think it's funny that my local station where I pump, they shut the pump off at $125 to keep you honest. And that is not even close to a full tank in my truck.
Right.
So it's like, yeah, I can't even run mileage anymore. Can't the brim it, no, that ain't happening. Yeah. The pump shuts off at $1.25 and I haven't even got my coffee yet. Yeah. Yeah. It's no bueno.
It's like 6 gallons.
Oh, it's so bad. And it was one of the funny things when we were in Mexico. I was looking at the signs in Mexico, translating the liters and the pesos. And I was like, I guess Shell did have their record profits of the entire history of their company last quarter. Strange. Yeah, that tracks. Makes perfect sense. Yeah, I'm not angry. No, not at all. So that's fantastic. And so what you're down here to go to?
I'm going to Loretta Lynn's Ranch for Tennessee Motorcycle and Music Revival.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're gonna make a little pit stop in Nashville.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna drop off my family. I'm going to hop on the DR and boogie on down to Loretta Lynn's.
Fantastic.
And go play in the dirt for a couple days.
That is awesome.
Yeah, drink some beer, listen to some good music, and maybe meet some friends.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. Maybe make an ass out of myself. I don't know yet.
Well,
So-
in a perfect world, you'll do all four.
Oh, I've done it all.
Yeah. You can go home and be like, yeah, that's great.
That's right.
The only tip I can give you is do not participate in or initiate a tire burnout contest.
Okay.
Those of us who've been in Ohio will tell you that is an exercise in futility. I don't care how much people are cheering. All you're doing is making your tire flat.
Right.
If somebody says you won and hands you a new tire, well, they're not going to mount it for you. It's not a thing you want to win. It is coming in first in the Special Olympics. It's a bad fucking trophy. And every year I see people that get really excited about the burnout pit. Oh, yeah, man, I'm going to go to the burnout pit. Loan me your bike. What? Fuck you. Are you kidding me? That's one of those things that I see people get peer pressured into. If you want to go do the 20-foot drag races, I am a huge fan of that. That is the best thing you can do on a drunken evening. Let's just go between this camper and that camper as fast as we can, super quick. That's a super good time.
Is your pipe the person you lay pipe with on the chat?
Oh, yeah. Tessa did my hair. That's her.
There you go. All right.
He lays a lot of
I was
pipe.
like, you got a really big fan.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh, that's
I
great.
lay an average amount of pipe, not a lot of pipe.
Canadians, always honest. I love these guys.
Yeah, but it's a metric system, so it's like
Moto,
you kidding me?
Moto Hop.
Yeah.
it's like 120 millimeter.
Oh, God.
You're set.
Moto Hop Matt says he's upset he didn't ride up now.
Yeah, he could have been.
I was like, dude.
He's also going to be participating in the DGR.
Right.
So that's a super cool thing.
So we also have openings tonight because Pete is out doing Pete shit.
Yeah.
Pete is doing Pete shit. Yeah. Where did they start?
So somewhere down, I think in Cincinnati,
Okay.
somewhere down there, he said they did 900 miles so far
Of dirt.
of dirt.
Oh, boy.
And they're in Marietta. And so I was like, well, dude, I can pipe you in through the Bluetooth.
Right.
He goes, I'm going to bed.
Yes. After 900 miles of dirt.
Yeah. I mean,
fuck
not
you.
in one day. I think it was the last few
Doesn't
days we were
matter.
going. Yeah.
It's
So
ridiculous.
He said they're gonna hit up and do 200 miles tomorrow.
Right.
And then they're going to keep going. And supposedly, if everything goes well and stuff, all the boys are going to meet us at the DGR on Sunday.
They'll be at Flat Out Garage where we start the DGR. It's also hilariously, it is the start of the DGR at 11 a.m. on Sunday for the Flat Out Garage. But more importantly, it's the grand opening of the Flat Out Garage.
Yeah, 100%.
So we've got a lot riding on this. If you're starved for your entertainment dollar, there's also a restaurant walking distance.
Yeah.
One in each direction.
Well, that's the location of this one is so much cooler for doing stuff.
Oh, fuck yeah, it is.
And no
Absolutely.
disrespect, the other one was what initiated it.
Right.
But this,
Yeah.
when you improve things, fucking improve them, and they
Yeah,
did.
there's
So that's
stuff
cool.
around here, right?
My absolute favorite part of the DGR this year is we're riding for exactly 5 minutes.
Yes.
From Flat Out to Porco.
Yeah, if you don't do the recommended ride, you could achieve the start point and the finish point in a 12-minute walk.
0.9 miles.
Now, granted, it's all uphill, which you'd have to suffer through going uphill.
But the good part is if you go to Porco and you want to go back to the garage, it's downhill.
It is all downhill.
You could fall
You
and
can
make it.
coast. Should I leave my trailer at Flat Out Garage? I've had somebody ask me that today.
Yeah.
Should I leave the trailer at Flat Out Garage or should I bring it to Porco? I said, well, Porco's driveway always looks like they bombed it yesterday.
Right.
And Flat Out Garage is downhill. So no matter what happens, if somebody takes your keys, you're still going to make it to your trailer.
Right.
I guarantee it. You'll be fine. And there's a lot more parking available around Flat Out Garage than there is at Porco.
Yeah,
So
I would say so.
Every year we have people that are like trying to fit their trailers into Porco's parking lot somehow. And I'm like, you're not, like that hole over there has a car already in it. It's a big hole. Like you don't want to go in there with your, with your axle, with your tandem axle trailer and everything else that you had to use to bring up your like whizzer. People always come up way too much firepower. And I'm like, man, what are you bringing up? Are you bringing up a fleet? Like you bringing up your entire club from, Kentucky? No, that's where I have my Cushman. Like, do you really need a 21-foot trailer for your Cushman? Oh, you should see my Cushman. Yeah, well, I've seen your trailer. Mm-hmm. So that's everything I need to know.
And I don't ever need to see another Cushman for as long as I live. I'm totally cool with it.
I'm cool with it.
That and Ridley's. All the Ridleys
All the Ridleys you'll ever want to see.
Yeah.
That's true. So, yeah, that's going on. And so you're literally, Mike, you're just showing up early. Did you find out about the USS Cleveland?
I did not do any research on that yet.
All right. Yeah, apparently we have a
That'll be
warship now named after us.
That'll be my endeavor for tomorrow.
Yeah, in the spirit of Cleveland, it'll rust out to the door handles.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
to be honest, it's a literal combat ship,
Right.
which means it's useless.
Oh, you mean it's a littoral?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a littoral.
Yeah, whatever the hell they
Right.
call it. The LCS.
Little,
Fucking useless.
Yeah, little crappy ships.
Right.
Yeah.
Little crappy ships.
The LCS, yeah, for sure. Little crappy ships. When the Navy can't figure out what to spend money on, it builds something littoral. Yeah.
I think when the U.S. New Orleans, because they built them in New Orleans, well, they built half of them.
Yeah.
I think when it finally left port, they had to make $5 million in repairs.
Oh, the transmissions are apparently made of paper.
Right.
Yeah, which I thought was hilarious because I was like, transmission on a boat? I thought you just had a spinny thing you made to make spinny thing.
Right.
Didn't know that bitch had to have gears. Thinking about like every Evinrude or whatever I stuck in the water,
Oh, yeah.
correct craft or whatever. It's never a matter of like, okay, first gear, pull the clutch in, shift a second.
Right.
It's a fucking propeller.
If you're going fast, you better heel toe.
Everybody lean to the left.
Got a slipper clutch on my boat.
You got to have that engine braking when
Better
you're
for
going.
the corners. Exactly. Fuck, man. So that's cool.
That would be fucking awesome. You
No.
know, what's weird about fucking boats? So when I lived next door to that dude, like way out, this is a bunch of houses ago, he had this champion fucking boat, right?
Yeah.
Like it was some, I don't know, 400 or 500 horsepower.
Right.
He paid like 10 grand for the propeller, right?
Yeah, that's what
we
they
went
do.
to the Berlin Reservoir, and this dude was able to do like 98 GPS. We're like, whoa! And like, I'm like, hey, the end of the fucking reservoir is coming up.
Yeah.
And he just hung a left. And I fully expected the boat to tip over, but it just stayed flat
stays
and went
flat.
left. It was so fucking crazy. I didn't understand it. 'Cause
Yeah.
like on a jet ski, you lean. It's like, you know, you go, whoa, and it goes like that. This boat was just at like 90 miles an hour. Like, what is that?
It's all about the chines, man.
Yeah, fuck that. Best part of that boat was it was that guy's boat.
Did you go to the commissary today?
I did.
That's a kind of a cool thing that like we're in a city like Cleveland and you know there's PXs at your service.
Got two of them.
Yeah.
One down by the water where the submarine is on museum display, and then one right down the street from you.
You know, our COD that we have, our World War II sub, they sent it off last year for refitting, which I think is hilarious because in any other city in the world, that bitch should be concreted in. You know, it would just be like literally just a concreted in what used to be a submarine. But ours is completely functional. And they towed it off to be serviced and it came back under its own power. And you're like, that's really cool.
When Canada finally declares war, that's the first defense.
We're going to defend ourselves with a World War II submarine. It's Canada. We're cool. That's it.
We got the USS Wisconsin in Norfolk, and I'm not sure if it could get underway, but it's
Right.
a museum right now. But
Yeah.
same idea, right
Yeah.
downtown.
It's
Go to
funny.
tourist
It's just the craziest thing. And you're like, you climb through this thing. And if you're claustrophobic, don't go because it is a World War II sub. It's, just semen in a can. And I went through it and I was like, oh, that's pretty great. And the guy was like, oh, it's totally functioning. Oh, get the fuck out of here. And he goes, oh, no, we refit it every once in a while. And, we collect money.
Just like data, it's fully functional.
Right. I'm just like, this is fucking hilarious that you've kept this thing running. Like at some point, it's going to be that the Operation Pink, the Pink Panther thing, or the Pink Submarine thing.
Down periscope?
Down periscope. Yeah, it's going to be this idea that we will someday need to have this thing functional. But old men love it. They love hanging out. They love making sure everything works. That's cool. That's neat.
It's almost like when the really old guys start like fixing up lawnmowers,
Sure.
in their backyard and driving them around in circles and stuff.
When I get older, I want to do steam trains.
Steam trains. Like, I know more than one guy that owns a tank, and that's just what they do.
The fact you don't is really still
I got
surprising.
sucked
I've
into
passed on a few tanks.
I got sucked into a YouTube channel. This dude in Europe like rebuilding it, and so I got to see that. Like I had no idea about tank transmissions and the gear drives and stuff in the front. And like he was like showing where it was shot and pulling it out.
Oh,
and I'm like,
cool.
I'm old now.
Yeah,
I'm like
yeah.
watching a fucking tank
Oh,
video,
and
and
you're
I'm
watching
excited about it.
You're getting entertainment value out of watching a guy restore a World War II tank.
And then he hooked up, so he had a PTO device on a tractor. And so he was able to hook that into the thing and get the thing spinning to make sure they worked, because
that's
the
cool.
whole front of the tank was off the tank, like the thing. And I was like, oh, yeah, he got it working. And I'm like, what am I doing?
Wow, man, that's great. Let me tell you about LGB trains. Yeah, you're going to love that.
Well, I'm going to make it so it goes outside in the winter and then
Yeah,
clouds the snow and then comes back in.
Have you heard about a garden railway? Yeah. Oh, boy, don't go down that fucking rabbit hole. So speaking of which, keeping the past alive, apparently Harley Davidson has decided now that Jay-Z, Joachim Zeitz is gone, they're going to give the voting public what they really want, and they're bringing back the 883. Now, I don't know if they're going to buy them from China or what. I have no idea where they're going to get them or if they're actually going to produce them in America
They're
again.
just going to rebadge the Napoleon Bob.
They could. But the real thing, I mean, the part that I don't want people to overlook is that Harley Davidson sold all of that tooling for that motor, for that power plant, to Shine Ray. Shine Ray are the people that make the genuine G400C motorcycle and a lot of other cool motorcycles that are based on other people's technology that they bought, and they China-fied it and continue to make it to this day. So just like Honda had to buy a bunch of Helixes back from CFMoto when they decided they weren't going to make Helixes anymore, and the old men said, but we want our Helixes. And so Honda had to buy a bunch of Helixes from CFMoto in China, ship them to the United States and badge them as Hondas, and they charged the sucker tax for that because they're a lot cheaper to build in China than they were in Japan. So is Harley Davidson going to buy them from Shine Ray and then badge them for the American market? And then the other thing that I listened to an interview with a Harley dealer. I listened to an interview with their new CEO, and it seems like they're extremely excited about this. But they have a $9,999 bike right now, and it's a Nightster. And it uses the modern 1000cc motor that kicks much ass. So comparing it to the old 883 iron motor, it's a kind of totally different fucking operation.
But I still want to know, okay, so think about this. At some point, somebody there was like, okay, we just hired this new marketing team. They are the pinnacle of marketing. Yeah. They're from Germany. Everything, they're insane.
Their new president's pretty great.
So the marketing team comes in and they're like, okay, so what do you got for us? And they go, Sportster.
Yeah, right.
That happened. It had to have happened.
Oh, there's a whole, don't get me wrong, Sportster has been around since the 50s.
Right.
I totally understand. There should always be a Sportster. I get it. But that's why the Nightster works.
Just bring it back, but don't make that your pinnacle of like, that works.
It's going to save the company.
You know what the kids want? The kids want the same bike we've been selling for 30 years.
Yeah. Well, I really do think that if they were worried about people beating down their door to get a 60-year-old engine platform, that could be a tough one. That could be a really, really tough one because the problem is they're competing with themselves.
We're going to bring back the knucklehead.
Well, they're not competing with Yamaha. They're not competing with Suzuki or anybody else. The Sportster is literally going to be in the same building with the Nightster.
Well,
at basically the same price.
So your argument is it should be cheaper.
Oh, a lot.
A lot cheaper, right?
I mean...
Well, the argument is they're going to compete with used Harleys.
I agree with that argument.
A used 883 is about $2,600 right now. So it's going to be a hard time selling a brand new 883 for $10K when a used 1200 Sportster I'm buying for about $3,000.
Well, an 883 might compete in what most motors companies are selling as a 500. You know, like a CBR 500 or the 400s or the 450s.
Yeah, welcome to motorcycle.
This is your smallest bike,
right?
So
Rebel 500.
It's should be about a $5,000 or $6,000 bike.
Yeah. And if they are having to buy them back from China to make that happen, well, we could go buy Shine Rays. I mean, they're listed right now. You could buy the Shine Ray that is the 1200cc Evo motor. That's not like a copy of it.
Not an 883.
It's a 1200. And it's the Evo. It's everything that we know and love. It's a great fucking powertrain. It's an amazing motor.
Well, it's going to be like what's going on right now with ZX Motors.
But it's $5,600.
Well, ZX Motors has the 500cc bike that came out before Honda.
Right.
So now if you go on YouTube, there's Chinese companies pitting them against each other.
Oh, yeah.
And the ZX is doing better than Honda in a lot of ways.
This is where it could be really, really, I understand about Harley needs to save itself. I love that. That's fucking great. And if you have an assembly line in Kansas, or you have an assembly line in York, PA, or if you have an assembly line in Milwaukee that you just walked out of and turned the key and shut the lights off, that was the 883 iron assembly line, or the 72 or the 48 or whatever, all the different versions of the Sportster. And you just literally shut the lights, locked the door, and walked away, and you could just go back in and turn that factory on. That'd be cool. But they don't. It's all gone. Like every bit of it's gone. The buildings are gone. The people who used to work in those buildings are unemployed. They're gone. So you can't walk into the factory.
They're now all data centers.
Well, you can't walk into the factory in York, PA, because they make sweatshirts there now, right? Like not Harley sweatshirts either. Like they have no assembly line that they can build these things on. And you're also competing with your own Nightster.
Well, you can't save the company. You only market them up $1,000. You have to mark them up $4,000 to save the company.
Yeah, and but
it's like grocery stores. You see grocery stores. Some of them, like Giant Eagle, is like kind of doubling down on selling. Their sales are slacking to make up for it. They're raising their prices, but then that doesn't work.
Doesn't work, right?
Because you're being competed against in the lower end.
And the lower end stuff. All you're doing is creating a whole new group of people that are shopping at Aldi, right? That's what you're doing. The Shine Race, and I hate to do it, I'm going to do it. The Shine Race Stormbreaker. That's the name. That's what it's called. And
oh God! Now
it's better than Napoleon
like
Bob.
A giant airbrushed muraled Thor on the front. Stormbreaker.
It is a Stormbreaker. That's what it's called.
Better than a chinchilla.
Fucking way better than a fucking chinchilla, man.
Napoleon Bob.
I'll give you that. Way better than a Napoleon Bob.
Those guys are bringing out like 74 versions of every bike that they make now.
Yes.
Because they can.
Yeah, it's insane.
Well, there is that.
Some of them look pretty fucking cool, too.
Go ahead and throw that up, Sleepy. So that's it,
For those of you playing along at home, it literally is a Sportster.
It's a 1200 Sportster, right? It's got everything that a 1200 Sportster has.
You can put so many eagles on that thing.
Yeah, yep. It's a great looking motorcycle.
How is the part interchangeability?
What do you mean?
Like, could you buy an old Sportster fender or something? Or
that literally is a Sportster.
I honestly don't see why not. Seriously, not dicking around.
Yeah.
I don't see why not. I know for a fact the motor that got sold to the Chinese.
Yeah, they paid for it.
They paid for it. They own that. They own that. The irony is Harley may need that to do what they're doing. They may have to buy it from the people they sold it to. And that's a weird position to be in. And this bike exists with traction control, ABS, and everything else, at a $10,000.
It'll never sell.
At a $10,000 price point.
Well, their argument's going to be that it's cheaper for us to buy it from them than we've ever built it for. So, I mean.
And
they should call it like Harold and Dougie. Or something like to make
Harold
it
and Dougie?
Yeah, instead of
HD. Oh, okay, I get it.
Bring it in like that.
Yeah, it's a very curious thing to me when they just say, okay, the number 883 just keeps getting hammered around, because as far as I can tell, I don't think the Chinese bought the 883.
Hitachi Datsu or Daihatsu.
So this could be one of those situations where the reason the motor company currently says 883, 883, 883, and they're not saying Sportster 1200 is because I think that I don't think that the 883 motor went to China.
They should just call it a 900 too.
So I think the reason we're getting the 883 and why nobody's talking about the 1200 is because the 1200 is owned by Shine Ray, and the 883 may be still IP that Harley Davidson can use. The question is, where will it be manufactured?
Harley Davidson isn't willing to pay to license it from Shine Ray.
Oh God, that would be painful.
Would they have to re-homologate it?
What if they just do it anyways, and then they have to be sued by China for infringement?
Oh my God! I mean, so the Sportster.
These will be for sale down at your local Ford dealership in no time.
Yeah.
If you buy 5.
If you buy 5 of them, you can sell them at your Farm and Fleet or Tractor Supply Company.
You get one free with a brand new, Bronco.
Yeah, with a trailer hitch.
Just when you think you're most disappointed by an American company, it gets worse.
Well, it's okay. Yeah. This is where it becomes a problem. And the reason is the Sportsters were always built in York, PA. I don't know if you guys know that, but so the Sportsters historically were built at York, PA. That's where they come from. That's their history. So the recent 40-year history is that line, the York factory, is still open, right? They're building CVOs there. They're building big bikes there, and the difference is, I just don't think it's going to be throwing the switch and being like, oh look, the Sportster line's running again. I think they're saying the word, every time they say the word Sportster, they're saying the word Sportster with the word 883 next to it. And I think it's because they have absolutely no intention whatsoever of bringing in a 1200, because I think that's all gone. I think that's all gone, and I think the IP belongs to the Chinese now. And I think the reason the president and CEO of the company just keeps saying 883 Sportster, and we're all like, well, what about the 1200? Because everybody who's ever had an 883 for a week and a half makes it into a 1200. It's not that hard to do.
Tanuki-san.
So
Tanuki-san.
There we have it. Tanuki-san. Drink for the Tanuki. So it's a weird flex, and it's a weird flex to be like bragging about that shit when you literally have a $9,999 nightster that you've got dialed in.
Well, now the big question is, they sold it as the 883, and you just said something very important. The minute you buy it, they're going to upsell you the Screaming Eagle kit.
Well, that would have to be the only approach, right? The only approach for that would be to acknowledge that selling somebody a 46 horsepower 883, right, could be really, really tough when for the exact same money, you have a give or take 91 horsepower Harley Nightster.
I think 46 horsepower out of an 883 is actually pretty respectable. I mean,
that's great until you look slightly to the right in the showroom and there's a Revolution Max engine sitting over there with 91 horsepower, and it's the exact same money.
And isn't the GTS 300 like 25 horsepower?
Yeah, I mean,
30 years. You're already halfway to
Moto Guzzi V7 is like 45, 46.
68.
The old?
No, the old 750 was, but we don't sell those anymore.
Okay.
Yeah, they're all 850s now. So they're well over 60 horsepower now for a bike that's around $9,000, right? So the Sportster in that space,
I sit corrected,
of being like, hey, it's my first bike and I want a Harley. The problem is I think they're going to be competing against themselves. So unless they figure out some magic fucking formula to sell a Sportster for $79.99, that's going to be tough.
It's the Honda Navi all over again.
Well,
and I compete against myself every day, and it's not a win.
It's not a winning situation, man. Yeah. So it's like, so the question really is to the consumer, if you can go right now into your Harley dealer and buy a 91 horsepower Nightster 1000, and somebody says, oh, remember the Harley Davidson Iron 883? If you've ever ridden one, you'll know they had 1 inch of suspension travel in the back, and they weren't peppy. They were just what they were. They were just the cheapest way you could buy a Harley, really. And then if you wanted to move that, like add anything to it, it pushed the price up real fast. That was the whole idea with the Sportster, is just give them the cheapest bike that we've paid for the tooling a long time ago. It costs us the least amount of money to build, but it's a great place for people to throw accessory money at. And like we talked about, eventually, if you're smart, when they come in for their first service and they're like, yeah, this thing barely keeps running, man. Oh yeah, the EPA is really tough on these. It's tough to keep a Sportster 83 running unless you do the 1200 kit, which I can show you right over here in this cardboard box that we already produced and labeled and packaged, and we can install in 2.5 hours. And we can take you from the world of 883 and put you in a 1200, and we'll even tell you how to take the stickers off your 883 and put these 1200 stickers on. And
then we'll put some Samsung ground pounders on it.
Yeah.
And man, everybody is going to know you are sex for 5 miles.
Absolutely. And yes, I have done that exact very same thing with my hands in my money, right? I have bought an 883, and then 2 weeks after I bought the 883, I 1200'd it, And it wasn't fucking rocket science. It's one of the easiest motorcycles on the planet to work on. And what's funny is in the box, in the cardboard box that has a picture of the 1200 motor on the side of it, you go into the dealer, you buy the box, you put it in the back of your car, you take it home, and everything you need is in the box to build your 883 into a 1200.
Well, even your bike that I'm occupying, when I was working on it, right? Like I was like, well, I'm going to get Steve to help me to make sure, like, I've never worked on a Harley before. I want to make sure I'm doing it right. He literally could have just helped me over the phone. Like, he could have been like, the one bolt, just take that bolt. Yeah, that takes everything apart right there.
Yep.
That's it.
Get your plumbing
like
tools.
the throttle position sensor was like, I was like, oh God, this is going to suck. I'm going to have to, it was like 14 minutes later. I was like, oh, that's done. And the bike works now.
So is there potential? Shine Ray owns the 1200. Mm-hmm. They change the tooling, change it up so that when you go to Kuryakin and buy the seat for the 1200 Sportster, that no longer fits.
Right.
The 1200 Sportster.
Exactly.
You buy a Simba, which is a copy of the Honda Passport, except it's not a copy
Except
anymore.
it's not anymore.
They bought the original tooling and have transitioned to their own design.
1,000 changes.
So aftermarket.
Yeah, I don't know. And that's going to be really weird. What does anyone here at the table, just for fun, if John has a Vespa 125cc Vespa scooter, a 1970s P125X, and he decides he doesn't want it to be 125 cc's anymore, he'd like to bring it up to 166 cc's or 175 cc's.
171.
Does anybody know what that cylinder kit costs? Raise your hand if you think you're close. Anyone? Tom?
These
included?
days?
Yeah, go ahead.
Wait, which kit?
Just any 166 kit, any 170, 70, it doesn't matter.
DR used to
DR.
be 260 for 160.
Right, 260, 270, right? Okay. John just recently put a big bore kit on his Buddy 125 scooter. Yes, that's fucking awesome. How much dollars did that cost?
Well, I got a special.
You paid shop rates, we understand.
Yeah.
Right, and how much was it?
What, $160?
It was about $170,
Yep.
right? Yeah. To the normal, retail customer, it'd be about $230. Okay. So, $250, $300 for a 125 to make a single cylinder 125 into something a little bit bigger, right? So we know that. And if you have a Honda CB750 and you want to bump that baby up to over 800 cc's,
836,
an 836 kit, what do we think we're going to spend for that 836 kit?
It's going to be a little bit more because it's 4 pistons.
4
and
pistons.
Everything. I think those are
4 of everything.
It all depends right now. I mean, like maybe the price has gone up. I don't know how available they are, but I think they were only like $500 or $600.
They were historically under $700.
Yeah.
Historically, as long as you wanted to. The kit to build a 883 into a 1200 is between $606 and $1,000, depending on where you buy it. Whose name is on the outside of the box. If you want the SNS, it's going to be about $880, $890. If you want just the from Sporty Parts Direct, it's about $600 for that kit to go from 883 to 1200. And that's everything you need is in that kit. The rings, the pistons, everything you need is in that kit. It represents tremendous value for money to make this jump of like 320 some cc's for like $600. That is cheap. That is very, very easy money. And I think you're right. I think the reason they keep screaming the word Sportster and they keep screaming the word 883 is because the 1200, that's contractually gone. So I think that you're right. Go buy your 883 in whatever format they sell it. And you're going to realize really quickly you wish you had the 1200, and they're going to be right there to sell you that same cardboard box that I bought, and it's going to say $1,000 on it, and it's going to say this is the cure for your 43 horsepower.
Well, because they did not give away Screaming Eagle.
Oh no, and that'll never go away.
No. So I'm doing my homework at the table a little bit, and the article about the 883 also mentioned the X440, and and it said this originally Harley's plan was to position the Sprint, which is the X440, around the $6,000 mark. And while that may still be possible, the company is currently only saying it will come in below $10,000.
Bingo.
Wow. We want to leave lots of fat there.
So wait a second. We're going to have a Sprint 440 for under $10,000. We have the Nightster, which has been selling for the past 2 years at under $10,000. And we're going to have the Sportster 883 at under $10,000.
But just under.
Just under $10,000.
Just under.
Hey, man, that's great. if they can make one of those things hit, it might be worth it for them. I've ridden Nightsters. They're really good. They're amazing. I got to say, it pulled way better than any Sportster I've ever ridden. It was smooth. It was fast. It handled really, really well. The Sportster's a really good build, or the Nightster's a really good build. It's almost like it was built in Thailand.
It says it right on the label when you look at the frame.
Yeah.
Glaringly obvious.
Well,
Yeah. It's truly embraced Asian manufacturing. And that's how it got to be $9,999. Yeah, it is.
And good.
It's really good. Fucking be that guy, man. It's really good.
Well, the fact that they haven't, the Triumph and Royal Enfield, the fact that they haven't followed them down that path of building, because Triumph took nostalgia and went, we can do that.
Of course.
And Royal Enfield went, well, we can build better bikes. Let's do that. The fact that Harley hasn't looked at the success of these two companies and gone, well, that's what we ought to be fucking
Well, they
doing.
did. I mean, all these new engine platforms are all Thai built. You know, that's the thing.
Honda's been doing it for what, 30 years
Oh,
now?
yeah, a long time.
Yeah.
If you want a really good motorcycle,
Go to Thailand.
Call Thailand. They're really good at it.
Yeah.
It's what they do. So yeah, I thought that was really interesting.
Harley plans on adding 20 new models. Yeah, it'll just be like tweaks of the
The Nightster denim. Does anybody remember the Sportster denim?
Oh, the Wrangler edition.
Dude, they should have the editions. They should have one called the Fringe.
They could
Like,
have the
this bad
fringe.
Fringe.
They could have the fringe.
You know what?
The club,
If
the
they-
prospect.
You know what? If they
The
want to
get
tap
back,
into nostalgia, that's the way to do it.
Yes.
You tie in with Wrangler jeans, you do the Wrangler denim,
Oh yeah.
the whole thing.
Yeah. When you're like, okay, we're going to bring out 20 new bikes, but we're not going to spend $1 on anything other than decals.
Okay, this is an official prediction. Everybody write this shit down.
Write it
I'm
down.
serious. You ready? So this hit 3 markets now. One being the guitar market, another thing, relicking.
Yeah, relicking.
How long until they fucking sell relic Harleys where you
believe
can
me.
buy a brand new Harley that looks like it has 100,000 miles on it?
You mean it's got fresh, but
Oh, like those $1,200 jeans that have been hit with a
I
fucking
have to
belt
say it
sander?
right. You mean it's got fresh patina?
Yeah.
Yeah. The first time I heard somebody say patina instead of patina, I was like, where the fuck are you from?
Dude,
Yeah.
I watched a documentary. The dude at Gibson Guitars has spent 20 years perfecting how to fuck up brand new guitars. He has a toolbox of shit that has like chainsaw chains in it and key rings with keys that he whacks on the back of it so it actually, I'm like, holy fuck, like what the hell is going on with people's heads?
Distressing. Yeah.
Like, I want to know every dent that I put in my shit.
that's right.
I want to be like, oh, that was this dude and that was that guy's tooth and whatever.
I have a machine that has like 20 guitar picks on a thing, and you turn it on and it just goes. And you run it over until it wears out the fret.
The fretboard. Yeah.
You
It's
just run it
right.
all over.
Yeah, it's my new Ryobi
Yeah.
Pickleizer 10,000.
I guarantee you that shit's coming to Harley.
Oh my God. Yeah. Well, that would be interesting if they did relic, if they did offer like the Sportster OG. So they give you a Sportster OG and then they give you simulated oil puddles to put under it.
Yep.
Yeah.
So funny enough, you were talking about Harleys. I just came right from work today, and for some reason traffic wasn't that bad. So when I got off on 150th, it was like fucking 6, right? And I'm like, I can't go over there. I don't want to bother Tom yet, whatever. So I was like, let me go see what's going on at Harley. So I took a left and went over to Harley. I didn't know they closed at 6. So at 6, they're done. But this was such a fucking advertisement.
Banker's
In the
hours.
parking lot, there were 2 dudes that like headbands, official dot headbands, and mirrored sunglasses. There were 2 guys from Harley attaching their temporary plates on the back of the bikes.
Oh.
And while they were doing it, the guys both had their stereos on at like 9,000. So
Oh,
the dude
wow.
that was attaching the thing is like, sir, can you shut it off? And the guy's just like, yeah, man, this is awesome. And they're just banging this stuff. And it was like, wow, these poor fucking salesmen have to deal with some champions. Like these dudes, unbelievable.
I figured out the solution. Go ahead. Throw it up. You can buy a Kickstarter
That goes nowhere.
that
No.
when you get to the bottom of the swing, it presses your starter button.
Yeah. Yeah, no, this has been around for a really long time.
Yeah, we talked about it in a podcast about 20 years ago, I think. But you plug it into your wire loom, and yes, when you give it the big old healthy boot, once it gets to the bottom of the stroke, it actually presses your starter button.
This is right around the time of everybody having those fucking slap buttons. That just
What's the minimum weight required?
Dude, that might get you punched at the right bike route.
It's just so easy to install. But the point is, it's $500 to pretend like your motorcycle's a kickstart. So on your 91 to 03 Sporty, which
I know
is
it
electric
could save
start only.
Harley.
But hold on, think about something real quick. When you actually kickstart it, right? The gear mechanisms are there. There's usually a thing that goes into the block. There's like stuff supporting it.
All kinds of stuff, yeah.
That's just supported by the case itself.
Yeah, this
So
literally...
if you were drunk and at the fucking bar and you gave that thing a fucking boot,
It's got a... I'll tell you, I've had enough of these motors apart. You're probably not going to break that.
okay.
You're probably not going to break it.
It's not a 74 AMF. It's fine.
You're probably not going to break it. But to me, the real thing is like all that energy from your boot goes somewhere, and they've got just one spring on here, right?
Yeah.
So what I think is more likely to happen is you're going to dislocate your hip.
Yeah.
Because you're going to get jacked up on this
'Cause
thing
if
for
you
the
own a Harley,
real
you're already
hero
80
kick.
years old.
Right, because you saw the guy next to you kick it 73 times. So now you're going to be like, you got to put on a decent show and maybe turn your kill switch off and kick it once or twice, or maybe pretend to find TDC. You know, like, oh yeah, oh there it is, yeah, that's it, and then really give it a wail. I think you're more likely to put your hip out, or maybe throw your knee out or something, than you are to break this device. It just kills me that it's 419 fucking euros.
And also, wouldn't you see the starter? Because on Harleys, they're big and in the
Oh yeah,
front.
yeah, but
They're hidden under the oil battery
they
tank.
coexisted. So it was not uncommon for me to own a Sportster that has a starter, but due to the nature of it being a Harley Davidson, you couldn't trust the starter to get the motor running.
I'm seeing like a device in here that has sort of a cam lobe with a band brake. So it kind of gives you the feel of like you have to break it over to get it to, to hit that starter button.
And this thing's just got a big fucking
The
clock
other thing,
spring on it.
Mentioning AMF, and I think this is what could really save Harley Davidson.
Yeah.
Is they need to bring out the Boat Tail 883.
Yes, I
For
agree.
guys like Cinch.
I agree. Yeah.
Who get a little
If you're going to do this and you're going to say
who get a girl hard on for it.
we're going to do this, I think you're right. Bring back the boat tail.
Bring me a Evil Knievel. Well, no, because Knievel went with Triumph again.
He did. Yeah, he did.
So you can't just do the XR750.
The
Evil
Easy
Knievel
Rider
edition.
883.
Yes, you can. These are all great things you could do for the 20 different versions of the motorcycle that you promised to bring out.
I did
How
see
many
an
green
all
Tiger Shark
chrome
editions?
frame on the marketplace, and it was like $400.
Yeah,
I'm like, wow,
right.
that's kind of
You
cool.
could just go crazy. Just
If I was
fucking do
going to
it.
build an old school Harley, I'd want to start with a chrome frame.
Yeah, that would be. I think that's where that might be what saves them is if they say we're going to go old school by bringing out the 883. Really, really go crazy old school. What was it? The Icon series? Is that what they called those? The bikes that the one I wanted to buy.
You said
Relic,
Icon.
yeah,
No,
right.
it's not. It's not Icon.
I mean, the reality is
It
what's
might
going to
be
save
Relic
Harley Davidson
or
dealers is selling
not
enough.
Heritage. It was something, but not Icon is Icon Motors or whatever.
Yeah, I get
but
that.
since you're getting bikes from China,
Right.
chrome is cheap in China.
Yeah,
so
I agree.
Just send us an all chrome one. Mm-hmm. That'd be cool.
Revival. I think those
like
are
that?
called Revival editions.
Yes.
Like the
So
Christmas
just
edition Z50?
Yes.
Do the Revival edition chopper that they brought out like 3 years ago, which was like I think the last time they tried a Dyna maybe, and then they had this really cool like very clear San Francisco style chopper that they did like 12 of or something. You could do that cheap as chips with a whole bunch of 883s and be like, yeah, that's what we're doing. We're doing a revival, but we're doing the revival of the true lowbrow, Sportster.
It might be cheaper to send them from China to India, though, and have the final finish done.
Oh my God. Wow.
Single-handedly saving Harley Davidson in my basement.
Oh, fuck. That's going to be a lot to live with, man. We had to get them through water cooling. We had to get them through, we had to get a lot. We had to get through multiple valves. We had to get through water cooling. We had to get through Showa suspension. That wasn't easy. Showa is Honda. So like the fact that Harley Davidson embraced Showa suspension as much as they did always shocked me because I was like, that's literally your competitor. Mm-hmm. You're buying your suspension
They're
from
clinging
your
to the
competitor.
past when some of their new stuff, the new motors are so great.
They're fantastic.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, they're really
they
good.
have good stuff.
Well, again, we're talking
Yes,
about
but 70-year-olds in a comment section on Facebook don't like technology.
It took them how long to crack the 90 horsepower barrier? It's like, no, we're going back. That's it.
Well, I'm all hearted up on the 1093 SX, the old like the fucking Buell.
Yeah,
that fucking thing makes 186 horsepower. It's insane.
I gotta warn you. Okay, I know you talked about the Ulysses and stuff. We've had a couple of podcast listeners chime in that were like, "Hey, I know John wants a Ulysses, or
don't do it.
Don't do it. You can get one for $1,200 at the end of your street. Don't do it." Yeah. The number of emails we've gotten that were like, well, I owned it for 7 years. I got to put 3 miles on it between absolute catastrophic failures. Well, okay, that plays.
The one I'm talking about is a 22. I mean,
I know.
This is a sick.
That's
fucking bike.
Amazing stuff.
Yeah,
it is.
I'm just saying, like,
amazing.
Like Harley can see what their bikes can do. Like that's like how they don't have their own version of that. Like without having Eric Buell's name on it, make something like that. Like what the fuck are they doing?
Yeah.
Crack.
What they're doing
crack cocaine.
is they're running a finance company,
right?
Lightly disguised as a motorcycle company, but they just sold the most profitable part of the finance company because that was the only thing of value that they had to sell. The problem was they sold the part of the company that was actually making the money that was paying for the losses of all the other parts of the company. So you're like, fuck, man, if you kill the goose that lays the golden egg, well, then how are you going to finance your, this great revival? This,
you know what?
This cool thing?
I'm going to make a prediction right now. In 5 years, Stellantis is going to own them.
Oh, God.
I mean, for years, Harley didn't even compete in any kind of organized race. And now, the bagger thing came out, but they quickly are trying to get Indian pushed out of it. Yeah. Wasn't that the talk of the town?
The whole thing was like, hey, right, it's the old days of they built the V-twin super bikes so that Ducati could have 250 more cc's than anybody else because they were the only one out there with a V-twin, right? So then all of a sudden, Suzuki and Honda were like, wait, hold on. Do we have one of those? Mm-hmm. Let's make one real fast. We can't let them have this ridiculous advantage. Can we build one? And RC51 was like, here I am. Suzuki was like, yeah, we're right there. It took them exactly 1/4 of a season to go out and really fuck with Ducati's situation. And Harley Davidson is trying to pull that exact thing about being like, oh, well, we're going to outlaw those bikes in our King of the Baggers series that we invented for us. And they were like, oh, well, that's why we can't have the flat tracker with Indian because, that was our thing. We made that so we could win.
Honda comes out with a 190 horsepower Fury.
Yeah, the fucking Shadow's going to eat them.
Oh, it's going to, seriously, bagger class, how do they not have a Goldwing out there right now? How come nobody's running a 260 horsepower Goldwing?
I feel like
you've got 6 fucking cylinders to work with, man.
Valkyrie would be a better choice.
It would be a Valkyrie. Let's be honest about it.
It's still way heavier than even the Harley.
It would be an F6B.
Yeah.
And it would be class winning. It would be unkillable. You couldn't do anything to beat it.
Dude, put bags on the Suzuki King B.
Exactly.
Well, how can we get the Rocket 3 in there? Well, did they have
Oh my God.
We're going to talk about that.
But it has to turn, dude.
The old Rocket 3s had some, you could get a bagged one.
Of course.
Yeah.
But I don't think they can turn.
2.5 liters. Yeah, they can turn.
You
didn't think Harley baggers could turn either. They just changed the rules.
Yeah. Well, they changed everything on the bike too.
It just comes with a small ladder. You get in like you're in an F4 fighter, right? An F4 Phantom. You climb up on top of your motorcycle. They push you off the blocks. You go loopity loop 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 loop.
There's going to be a motor and central frame, and that'll be all of that was original of the original bike.
I do like the foam pads that they're putting everywhere. So like the gas tank extenders and the seat extenders.
Yeah, it just locks you in.
Yeah, and all this
just
stuff.
locks you in aerodynamically. Active aero. Okay, so now something just to be stupid, since we were talking about like.
Oh, we weren't already being stupid.
Oh yeah.
KTM just said "fuck you." KTM literally.
I just said fuck KTM.
Yeah, which version of KTM?
Well, this is my point exactly. The rumors of our death have been greatly exaggerated. One of those things. 12. I'm sorry. Did I say 1290? No, I meant 1390. The SuperDuke 1390 RR.
Oh,
not 1R. 2 hours.
Oh, they're going pirate route.
They're going pirate route. They're going pirate route. But it's not. It's not just that motor. No, it's a mountain of horsepower. It's obscene. It's 190 horsepower out of a bike that only has enough bike there to loosely call it a motorcycle.
Oh, Tuano's right there.
Yeah.
Oh, no. The SuperDuke has always been insane.
It's known as a hooligan bike.
Right.
The SuperDuke is 410 pounds.
Yeah.
That's less than my Tiger.
No, it's
Think about that.
Of all of the bikes that have been on my, I should probably buy one of those. SuperDuke is like number one.
So here's the cool thing. So that this just came out. There's a dude I follow on YouTube. He has a channel called J Bells. He makes, they're making full fairings for this to make them into track bikes.
Not shocking.
And and he did a great job because he modeled it after a MotoGP bike.
Yeah.
So it really has like the snout and the arrow and all that shit.
Yeah.
So they're taking these and tracking them. And like if you have money to put into a tire every 17 laps, I guess or the skill to ride that.
The skill to ride it.
Man.
This is an absurd amount of power in an extremely lightweight package. Historically speaking, if you want to be dicking around with 200 horsepower, you usually have a motorcycle that weighs 500 or 600 pounds to go with it. Not in this case. This is extremely light.
On top of that, though, it's like when I had my Tuano, right?
Yeah.
Like you're like, okay, 180 some horsepower. I can go 1 billion miles an hour. No, because you're not on a fairing bike.
Right.
Anything over 135 and you're barely able to hold on to the bars, man. It's insane. I mean, not that I ever want
I don't think this bike is meant to be like, okay, gentleman's agreement, 186 miles an hour.
Right.
That's never what a SuperDuke was for. The SuperDuke was for destroying your license in the shortest amount of time possible, right? Doing dumb shit.
Yeah.
I mean, the SuperDuke, historically, every picture of a SuperDuke has either been 12 o'clock on the back tire or 12 o'clock on the front tire or drifting sideways, painting stripes.
Every motorcycle magazine over the years that had the SuperDuke, it's always on a twisting road, like with a giant wheel with the fucking wheel crossed up.
Correct.
Like that fucking, whoa.
it is
Nobody's
literally the dumbest motorcycle ever built, and I still want one.
Yeah.
I love them to death. They're so specific one-use purpose motorcycles of just like fucking hooligan, like extremely dumb, stupid Street Fighter shit.
But they're not for dumb people though, because they are high-strung motorcycles.
they'll kill
so
you.
if you don't, well, not only that, I'm saying like
Some of the
you have
greatest
to maintain,
motorcycles-
but you have to maintain them properly. That's the thing I'll say about the KTMs. There's
What was
no-
yours say? Ride it on Sunday. What did you?
I don't ride Sunday, sell Monday.
No, what was it? Oh no, yeah. Wait, race on Sunday, pay on Monday.
Yeah, pay on Monday. Yeah, this is one of those things that it's just fucking ridiculous. And the component list, the build out of this thing is just fierce. It is one of the most ridiculous motorcycles I've ever seen at just being ridiculous. Nobody's going to say, we're going to the salt flats, we're going to get a top speed, land speed record on this thing. No way. No. Like Tom said, you raise your head a quarter of an inch, it's going to rip you off the motorcycle, or your arms are going to be 16 feet long, right? You cannot win against the kind of wind you're going to be hitting with this fucker.
Did you see what the warranty is on this?
No, I didn't.
2 minutes.
4 years.
Yes. Okay. All right.
If you let them do the maintenance.
If you let them do the maintenance, you're right. I
It
just
says
pulled it up.
to 4
Right.
years.
So I just did pull this up. Riders enjoy up to 4 years of coverage.
How is it up to? What,
Gotta be
That's
no,
because-
what's the variable?
Well, no,
there?
the reason is because nobody that's owned one of these has lived past 4 years after
Right.
owning it, so they never have to worry about it.
Oh, no. There are people out there that are like, I want a Widowmaker. I want an H5. I want all this stuff. I'm like, no, I want a SuperDuke because the one thing that's going to happen at the other end is I'm probably going to get into the back of a BMW.
Yeah,
well, that video of that dude doing the BMW with the GSXR that ended up in the fucking
Light.
stoplight.
Yeah.
That's going to be me on that fucking bike.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, the bike is going to be 20, 30 feet up in the air, and you're going to be sitting on the ground going, what the fuck
What
happened?
the fuck happened?
Right.
Yeah.
We have a super chat over
All
here.
right. Super chat.
Moto Hop popped in.
Do you think it's dumber than a Boss House V8? In they're competing in different stupid Olympics,
Yep.
right? They're just a Boss House V8 is a really really dumb thing. Usually, just because the guy who's riding it, who's like doing his
Sounds nice. Make it twice.
yeah. Who was the karate guy that just died? Chuck Norris.
Yeah.
Every time I've ever seen a guy on a Boss House V8, It was either a Chuck Norris wannabe wearing like the full Walker Texas Ranger outfit on his Boss Hoss, or it was a 395-pound guy that just said, fuck it, I'm done.
Well, on top of that, 390-pound guy always had a cut with 5 extension chains.
Okay, yeah.
Going across the front.
So I do want to clarify that I did look into the KTM 4-year warranty. The phrase up to is doing a shit ton of heavy lifting. So they have got this cool gear-shaped logo that says 4 years, premium manufacturer's warranty, KTM. They just put this sticker on everything. But not everything they sell qualifies for that 4-year sticker. So it turns out anything that's EXCF is going to be 1 year. Okay? 1 year. And then if you have the Free Ride E, the electric bikes, 2 years. If you have the mini range, that's 1 year. Okay? There are so many caveats in this fucking warranty. With Moto Morini, they just say it's a 3-year warranty. Right? Like, that's it. I mean, seriously, I've called on stuff and I've been like, eh? And they're like, cover it. Like Moto Morini's policy on warranty is like, we got your back, right? Let's not lose a customer over a $39 part. Let's not lose a customer over 2 hours of labor and whatever.
Right.
They're extremely fucking cool about their warranty stuff. I'm looking at KTM's warranty thing, and the thing, it should just have a picture of Admiral Akbar on there. That, you know, that should just be like, it's a trap, right? It says 4 years, but you just go to their warranty page and it's very clear that it's only 4 years for certain bikes in certain circumstances.
The Boss Hoss thing has me off on this total tangent.
Why?
I'm sitting here thinking of what car motor would actually make any sense in a motorcycle, and I'm like coming up with like a Civic type R motor.
The Minch Mammoth and its 4-cylinder NSU was a feat of just grotesque German masturbation.
Did you just see the video of them starting one? And it was like
that was supercharged.
Oh, okay.
So that was not stock.
Okay.
But just the same, I've ridden the Minch Mammoth that was stock, and for a 750 to 1000 cc, inline 4-cylinder, it was garbage.
Yeah, I'm talking about
trash.
like a modern car
Honda
motor.
Goldwing.
Like,
You mean a Subaru?
Yeah.
I feel like a Civic though. Like a Civic's putting out over 200 horsepower. Like a small
1.3 liters.
It's aluminum. Put it longitudinally with a shaft drive.
Why not?
Well,
Go nuts.
It would last for
BMW
millions of miles.
The BMW K motors up until a couple of years ago literally were 3 Series motors kind of flipped on their sides.
Yeah, pretty much.
So anything under 2 liter, I'd be okay. Like any aluminum block 2 liter would be fine.
Sure.
Yeah. An aluminum 1.6.
Yeah.
Did you guys notice that the BMW R9T is no longer a 1200?
No.
Yeah, they went plaid.
1350?
No, they have that 1800 cruiser motor that they've been.
Oh my God.
And so we were like, oh my God, they're going to put that in an R9T.
Oh, the R18.
And they went, hold on. We're going to go one better. How about 2000?
Oh, God.
Really?
Oh my gosh.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So I think they're calling it the BMW R20T or R20 concept. But yeah, it's 2000 fucking cc's. And it's one of those ones where they're like, oh, it's a concept, but people are riding the fuckers around. And with BMW, when they're like, oh yeah, we got this 1800 cc motor that it's not really blowing the doors off people as a cruiser. Yet here it sits. I'll throw this up so you can take a look at it. It's pretty ridiculous. They've done a lot to make the engine cases look old. I give them that. It does look cool. It's not an awful looking bike, but 2000 cc's.
I think you're edging Cinch over here.
Has anybody seen the U-joint yet? Has anyone seen the U-joint?
Oh, yeah. The shaft is open.
The open shaft with an exposed U-joint?
Shaft.
That'll tear somebody's ankle off.
Yeah. Oh, I don't care. Yeah. I'm looking at this motorcycle It's a 2-liter motor.
With an R65 tank.
I hate
It
to say
sure
this.
is. And it's the same tank they're using on the new retro bike.
I hate to
So,
say
yeah.
this, but this looks like a Craigslist cafe race.
It does look like a
It really
Craigslist Cafe
does.
racer. Absolutely.
I
Yeah.
fucking hate seats like that. I want to punch people when
The
I see seats
cantilevered
like
seat?
that.
I just feel like I'm going to fall off and get sucked into the back wheel.
Also,
Oh, dude.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You're going to be like that chick downtown that got sucked into the long extended wheelbase swing arm on the Hayabusa.
And her ass got like a burnout on it.
Yeah. No bueno.
No.
I don't like the back rim on it,
I,
or how it doesn't match the front.
the
rim.
fact that the front is a lace wheel and the back is just
Unforgivable.
a giant slot mag.
Aesthetically, there is nothing pleasing about this bike. Marie Kondo right now is lighting it on fire.
Yeah, I don't.
It does not. It
again,
does not spark joy.
What kills me with it is just I believe those cylinder heads are flying at about a 2.5 foot elevation, which means the CG on this motorcycle is going to be super high. Like the gas tank's not going to be light.
How
that
big
motor's
of a
real big.
flywheel do you need to counteract the fucking 2,000 cc's of this fucking
Oh, when you
thing?
turn this motorcycle on, it's instantly going to fall over.
right.
Just the energy of moving those two pistons
Yeah.
in that configuration and the crank.
Because
and-
Smith's bike
Yes.
will pull your fucking ass to the left.
Yeah.
What is that, a 1400?
1400. Yeah.
So add 600
I
cc's
know.
to that. Dude, when you had me bringing Smith's bike back
Yeah.
that one time and we were at the light, it was the first time I revved it.
Oh yeah, don't do that.
I was sitting there and I was like, and I was like, holy fuck,
Yo,
man.
if you're sitting at a red light, you don't have the transmission engaged, you're in neutral, and you just give a big Moto Guzzi, a 1400 cc Guzzi, and you just give it a little spank because the guy next to you pulled up on the Harley.
Yeah.
You better have your foot well planted.
Yeah. Oh no.
Have both feet on the ground.
4.5 inch rock, easy.
It
Oh,
is
yeah.
it is gonna roll over like a happy
Hey.
fucking Labrador.
Hey,
it is
wait.
just gonna be like, show you my belly. Yeah.
Wait till you downshift it in a curve.
Oh yeah.
Oh no.
Engine braking. You dropped the whole anchor, man. Yeah. It's fierce. Yeah, it's wild. So yeah, that's the BMW R20 concept.
That right rear shock is blown out, by the way.
Okay. Not shocking. Not surprising. Yeah. Crazy.
Well, it's blown out.
2000.
Of course, it's not shocking.
Right. 2000.
Ba-dum-bum-bum.
2000 cc BMW. Which you know me. I mean, that's not like House of CGI that did that. That's not House of AI that did that. That means BMW has a 2000 cc motor in a box somewhere. A lot of them. And that, I wonder if that's going to be like it's hard to sell those 1800 cc cruisers.
Now I'm trying to figure out what car would benefit from a motor.
A lot of fucking cars. Are you kidding me?
Oh, yeah.
Like, that
Yeah.
would be better off.
In the entire world of I like old cars, an air cooled and what's oil cooled.
Oh,
So
a VW, an old VW.
Oh fuck. Put that in a bug?
Yes.
Oh man, that'd be a blast.
yeah, instantly.
Yeah.
If they didn't make sure the bow housing bolts up right, they're stupid.
So fucking smart.
My favorite
be
is
all over that.
always the Fiat 500s with the Guzzi motors.
With the Gucci motors in the back. Yep, absolutely. That is one of those ones where you're just like, that just makes sense. I can't make that stop making sense. Find me a crash
It's
one.
just like everybody that puts a Hayabusa motor in like a Mini Cooper and shit. It was made for that.
it was
That
made
is-
for that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That becomes a very fun fucking car.
It's got to be just a bag of wet cats.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I like everything about that. We were having some fun today talking about the SV650 Mark 7, I think at this point. I don't know where the fuck they're at with it, but okay. I got pretty upset when the new V-strom was a P-strom. I saw the writing on the wall because I said there's a new V-strom.
There was a rebellion.
Yay.
Like guys on Adventure Rider were like going to get pitchforks and go after Suzuki.
There's
Like,
a
it was
new
serious.
V-
like those old men that will only ride Helixes.
Right.
Well, but okay. If you've been riding a V-strom, since most the average V-strom rider or We-strom rider
If you put 120,000 miles,
probably
on a
only has
V-strom,
100,000 miles
right.
on it, probably just getting it broken in about 100,000 miles. But you're very used to that little 650 motor that has just pockets full of torque. And you're just like, I want to go there. And the motor goes, let's go there. This seems exciting. And then you replace it with a parallel twin that goes like, in my other job, I'm diesel. I'm not meant to riff. I'm just meant to get the incredible miles per gallon.
Is it a 200? Is it a cross plane or is it just a regular?
What's that?
The new motor,
The V-twin?
Yeah, no,
It's-
the old motor.
The old motor's a parallel cross-plane twin.
Came out of a generator.
Like they all do.
I can power your house
seriously-
or power your bike.
It is one of those things where you're just like, somebody, and I don't know who it was, said, I don't know why we're dicking around. We could be saving a lot of money by just making parallel twin, and I think it was Honda, that said, like, if we just had one half of a Honda Fit motor, we could put that in every motorcycle we're ever going to sell.
Well, I think it was Kawasaki with the Versys was really the first one to come out with a mass-produced twin, parallel twin 650.
Yeah.
And that did actually pretty well for a long time. There's, and,
Well, the EX500.
but
I was about to say the EX500 from back in the day would like to argue with you.
I was like,
It
the
sounds like-
EX500 is.
So let's go back to even further with Kawasaki has been a champion of the parallel twin.
Hey, what if we took the
Parallel twin.
Ninja 500 motor and put it in a cruiser?
Exactly.
I just remember. I remember in
They
1988, I bought my '87 Honda Hurricane. Right, I saved for fucking ever, and I got it, and it was an inline four, even with the exhaust, because there was no slip-ons at the time. It sounded good, right?
Yep.
My buddy bought an EX500, and I remember like, what is that? A lawnmower? What the fuck is going on around here? And he pulls up. It's like. It's so terrible,
But
man.
that's a 180 or a 360 crank. The Tenere 700 with a 270 cross-plane crank sounds and runs fantastic.
Differently.
Yeah.
So if I were Suzuki and I was going to compete in that world, I would definitely have a 800 parallel twin with a cross-plane and call it the SP. Or maybe the TD or
they
something
have
like that.
The Suzuki has the 800 series of everything has that motor in it.
Okay.
Yeah.
It does. And
that was my question. Is it a 270 or is it a 360 or 180?
in
Cross plane makes
Right,
a big difference.
right.
It
And-
sounds a lot better and it delivers better.
I do believe that in all of these iterations of every 500, I mean, we could argue, go back to 1937, Triumph had the first idea, let's put a cylinder next to a cylinder. And they did it. Speed twin. Yeah, it was the first speed twin. That, 500 cc's, it's extremely old. I mean, coming up on 100 years old. So it's not anybody's new idea. But what I'm talking about is when the motorcycle manufacturers said, well, building V's is expensive and building 4 cylinders is expensive. How can we make it cheap? And they were like, well, let's just build one really big let's build one really big cylinder. And Suzuki did the Savage 650, one lunger. And everybody went, okay, you proved your point. It is cheap to build it that way.
It's like a DR 650 is the most
DR
boring
650s.
piece of crap bike in the world.
Yeah, fuck those things, man.
But the point was, in a street bike and a cruiser bike, the single lunger, the one lung 600, the one lung 650, right? They work, but they're not going to be the bike that you want to be going 80 miles an hour on the freeway on. They're pretty fucking vibratory, right? That's not a motor that you want to be going 75 or 80 down the road on. And we've had a bunch of them. Now, I think the solution everyone said was, well, we should just build parallel twins because we just figured out how to build them really cheap. And unlike a V-twin, we can use one part to do many jobs. And in the V-twin, there's a shit ton of parts in that engine that can only do one job. And they have to do it this way, and then you have to have it that way. Because when we have V-twins that share one carburetor, they tend to not be real powerful because we're working on the varying pulses of each of those engines as they go through their power stroke and their exhaust stroke. So that one single carburetor feeding 2 cylinders, that can be a challenge too.
Man, you know what?
Yeah.
What if somebody did a V3?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
Honda's new V3. I'm like, so now you have the best of it. You have
yeah, and so you have 2 that are basically running in parallel, and then another one that's in there to give it the torquey torque.
Wasn't there an Italian brand though? But it wasn't even a V. It was like thought
1,
I
2,
saw-
3.
Yeah.
There's been like some Alan Milliard specials that were kind of like that.
interesting shit like that, right?
Yeah.
Honda way back had a VTR 250 or something, or that was there was an old.
Ooh, that would be interesting for the Wayback Machine.
I gotta go look. I don't have my phone is dead.
Okay, all right.
I thought they had another like a small triple.
A Honda
Nah,
3-cylinder motorcycle.
Yeah.
Interesting.
See what you come up with.
I'm going to do a quick. I'm going to do a quick look just because
It might
that
have been
is
a 2-stroke triple.
okay. There was the V3R 900 compressor, but that's a prototype somewhat recently.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I don't see.
I'm wrong. Whatever.
What about the MXV 250?
Maybe that's what I was talking
Is that
about.
the one?
What
That
is-
is very interceptory.
What is
yeah.
what is the configuration on that?
V3.
Yes, sir.
V.
So I'm not dumb.
Not. We never said you were dumb.
Yeah, that was a new one for me, man.
We never said you were dumb. Jesus Christ.
I kind of know
Sleepy.
Honda, man.
Well, bam. There she is.
The whisperer for nothing.
I didn't know that existed. That's fucking cool.
It's 2-stroke.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I think it's a 2-stroker.
Inboard front disc brake. Yeah, that's fucking weird.
Look at those Comstars.
You look at,
Comstars.
that is death by Comstar.
Wow. You could run a.
You could also slice sausage and
I'm like, we
cheese.
need some bologna. Put it up on the center stand, spin her up.
Yeah, the MVX. That is a extraordinarily period correct. In fact, that's one of those motorcycles where you're like, if I showed you that and said, "Hey, what year is that bike?" 1983.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's
83 to
it.
86 window right there.
It's a 250cc 2-stroke 3-cylinder.
Mm-hmm.
God bless Honda for having just the financing to do that kind of a fucking dumb
you probably
experience.
can't tell me what you had for breakfast, but you just fucking pulled that
You
shit
conjured
out of your-
that shit up. Nice job, John. That was cool. That was badass. That's pretty cool. I totally respect and appreciate that. That's cool. So yeah, the SV7 GX crossover. It is the only way I can describe it is a
dolphin bike. It is just like my BMW and every other bike like it.
It does.
It's a fucking dolphin.
It's
bike.
a fucking dolphin bike. Yeah, it looks like a dolphin. It has one little headlight in the middle.
I have a tech tip that I wanted
there
at
it
some
is.
point. Brian, let me do.
It's funny because the exhaust is still only 4 inches off the ground, but the seat and the gas tank are 7 feet off the ground.
Well, you say that,
I don't know how they did that.
and a dolphin bike.
Well,
Yeah.
The only
look
thing I
at
have to
Is that
say
the
is,
Gladys?
uh-uh.
That looks like a Gladys.
No, but look at it. So you know what they're going to do?
Yeah.
I
So
love
this
that
is like my
Gladys.
BMW, the F900 XR.
Yeah.
And then they'll do just the F900, which is the sport bike version.
Yeah.
You know,
Which is called the Gladius.
yeah.
It's Gladys. Gladys. It's a Gladys.
Oh, it's a Gladys. Oh my God. It's a short sword.
I don't
It was a
hate
Triumph.
It.
What's
If it's
that?
a V twin, I don't hate it.
I don't hate it either
It's a
because
GLaDOS.
I'm just happy to know that they didn't just be like, okay, and last year, without telling anybody, we officially murdered the V-twin 650.
Right.
Right? Because like when they sold it to Hyosung, I was like, oh, fuck. Like usually when somebody sells a motor platform, Harley Davidson, it's gone forever. And whoever they sell it to just, they have it forever. Right. And then you're like, every time somebody came into my shop and went, I got a Hyosung. It's the same exact motor as an SV650. I was like, really? Then why did it only last 500 miles? Because SV650s last 1,000,000 miles and the shit you bought is dead already. So it's clearly not the same motor as an SV650. So
I think I can.
You got
still-
marketed.
I think I can still swap a Hyosung motor blindfolded.
oh, they're just garbage. They're just garbage. There's just there's no excuse to it. And when the distributor, you could call them, and before they even said Hyosung North America, they were just like, yeah, I'll send you a fucking motor. There was just every time that phone rang, it was somebody else that blew up a fucking 250 or a
Yep.
650.
Did not matter.
Yeah, in Aquilius Starlicides, whatever the fuck.
The weird part is the cruisers would last longer than the sport bikes.
Yes, because nobody ever tried to rev out the
Exactly.
cruisers. Yeah, the second you'd rev out one of those motors, it just instantly
Detonated.
the pistons tried to make their violence
My
escape.
Hyosung rep showed up and noticed that I had 5 motors sitting in the floor, and he's like, "We have to get these shipped back." I'm like, "You guys have not wanted them in 2 years."
No, you can't. And that was the thing too, is we were dealing with several of them that were blown up, and we weren't a Hyosung dealer. But I made the mistake of telling people, like, bring it by. Bring it by. What's the worst that could happen? Right? Bring it by.
I'm not a gynecologist, but I'll take a look.
I'll take a look. Exactly. And so I just said, bring it by. And so I called the rep because they don't have a dealer in the area. And I was like, hey, I got 3 of these things here with blown motors. What's your plan of attack on this? Are you just going to send me new bikes? That's what I was hoping they would do, is just send me new bikes. And then I'd have these leftover Hyosungs to just be like parts bikes or whatever. And they're like, no, we got a whole program. We're going to send you a new motor and everything's cool. And I was like, that's fantastic. Well, here's the customer's information. They're all clearly under warranty because the ink's not dry on the title yet. And they're all super fucking blown up. And he's like, yeah, we're sorry about that. I was like, yeah. I said, what happened? He's like, yeah, we don't know, but they're all blowed up. And I'm like, well, that sucks. And then the guy was like, yeah, sure. And he's like, we'll have motors for you in about 3 weeks. And then 6 months later, I had nothing. And so I called each of the customers up individually, and I gave them all the contact information for the Ohio Attorney General's office. I was like, yeah, you need to take action because there ain't nobody who can do a lemon law for a dealership that doesn't exist. They were selling these things at flea markets. They were selling them however they could. And you can't lemon law something that didn't come from an actual dealership.
See, that's where we made the mistake. We were a Hyosung dealer.
Yeah, that is clearly where you made the mistake. Yeah, that's not great. So what did you give them when they didn't? They got their Hyosung check, but they didn't want to buy another Hyosung.
So I have questions since I showed up late. We have 2 vehicles. One is from Ontario.
Yes,
that is the DR650, and your vehicle has the Florida.
It's a rental.
It's a rental.
Oh,
okay.
I'm from Virginia.
Okay.
I live in Virginia.
Yeah.
Do you remember from Mike from last year?
I do remember, and you brought the lawnmower down to Mid Ohio.
Yes.
Yeah, I took it for a little ride while you weren't looking.
I walked in and I got excited. I was like, "Oh, I like him." That's great. I didn't see you yet. You came later, and I like him too. But
the funny part is, literally yesterday, I was talking to Phil. I said, "I am never letting anybody squat in my backyard again." And he's like, "Can I park my van in your backyard?"
Nice. That is
wait, Tom.
To be honest, I did say.
Did he want to park his van in your backyard?
Sean's not here.
Okay.
So when are we going to talk about the guy who came MotoSmith and stuff like that? What's up with MotoSmith?
We did. We had a brief
missed all that
discussion.
You missed
right
it.
at the beginning?
Right in the beginning?
Yeah.
You'll have to rewatch.
John is also a certified forklift operator.
A clothing tycoon.
Yeah, I can
then
promise
it folded all because children. He had multiple children with many women and took everything away. It was
he lays miles of pipe.
Yeah.
Lots of
I
pipe.
started laying way too much pipe. Keep things up. And here I am.
You missed all that, John.
Cleveland.
That's what happens when you're
My
out
piece of
smoking a
shit.
cigarette. See what happens?
I needed a cigarette.
I needed one too. Okay, you guys want to hear hate mail?
Yes.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
All right.
It's my favorite part.
So Aaron,
theme song.
Again, sometimes when I get the hate mails or I get the love mails, whatever it is, I read it and I'm like, well, that guy likes to hear himself.
Here's the hate mail theme song.
Go ahead. Jesus fucking Christ. All right. So this is from Aaron. Aaron's longtime listener. Over the last couple of years, I've gotten more into wrenching. I've woken up a couple of old bikes and been able to get them back on the road. A year or two back, my girlfriend's uncle mentioned a 73 Yamaha TX750 in his possession. He had told me I could have this bike for free. Is that the triple?
No.
The TX750?
It's a parallel twin.
Is it? Okay. All right.
Maybe.
Said I could have it for free. He couldn't see himself getting it running or riding it again now that he is approaching his 80s. Fair enough. Okay. Free bike, no problem. Yep. 1973, what could possibly go wrong? I did some reading on this bike, and what I found was terrifying. The omni-phase balancers on the crank in this motor were introduced to reduce vibrations. Unfortunately, what this also did was whip up the oil into a nice froth. This would eventually cause catastrophic engine failure. Yamaha did introduce a number of fixes for the motor, most importantly, an extended sump. However, too much damage was done to the bike's reputation. Yamaha only ran the bike for one more year in 1974 before ending production.
That's why I groaned a little bit when I heard TX750.
There you go. I told myself I was ready for a challenge. Extended sumps are available on eBay, and aftermarket support seemed robust enough to address all the other concerns. I have 2 reliable old Hondas, a 73 CT70 and a 1970 CT90. I figured I was ready for a problem child. New battery, carb clean, and a little diddling of the points, and the bike was running again. Annoyingly, the starter clutch was slipping. These bikes were also known to have starter issues. I was tired of kicking the damn thing, so I purchased a whole new starter clutch, complete with caps, springs, and rollers. Well, I removed the flywheel this evening, and it was not a pretty picture. I found fine metal shavings in the stator cover, along with some damage to the existing starter clutch in the bike. Not the end of the world, as they were fine bits. After removing the flywheel, I found the source of the shavings. At some point, the Woodruff key sheared its keyway on the crank.
No.
I do believe that I am properly fucked on this motor, but I'm going to see what I can do about getting a replacement motor with all the fixes this year in Mid-Ohio. 2-year bike. I wanted a challenge and I got one. Be careful what you wish for. If you guys know anyone that might have a replacement motor in your area, let me know. I'm in the Philadelphia area and I don't mind taking a drive, ride fast, and eat ass. So...
I have a really good tip, though, right now.
Yeah, go ahead.
He needs to go on Facebook and join the Mid-Ohio group. And on something specific like that, because that group has almost 20,000 members.
It does.
You say, I'm coming to Mid-Ohio with cash. Who has this motor? Please bring it with you. Here's my number.
Totally. Yeah.
That's the Titan.
I don't think I'd give up on that motor.
That's the Titan or the Texan?
There's lots of tricks you can
The
deal with.
TX750?
Yeah, TX.
Oh no, I thought the 500. I think I'm thinking the 500.
So go ahead and throw this picture up. If you want to see a Woodruff key that's smeared in both directions.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, I've often seen them smear in one direction.
Yeah.
But to get one that's smeared in both directions, that's special.
Sakes.
They got this really good
I would just
JB
break
weld
out the
now.
fucking welder.
You'd weld that fucker.
I would just fucking weld that fucking shit in there.
Just tack that
smooth
fucking...
it down with a die grinder, grind a new fucking. I would put a Briggs and Stratton or some other new keyway. Somehow.
Look at that fucking keyway.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah.
How bad is the
You know what we like to call that? I like to call that 45 degrees of variable timing there.
Get yourself. The real problem is you're going to have to degree it to try to get it pretty close. I mean, it has to be perfect,
Yeah, it
kind of
has to be
perfect if you want
perfect,
top dead center.
Right.
But I'd get a new flywheel and see if you can somehow make that fucker work long enough to sell it.
I have bought motorcycles that have been welded.
Yeah. But that looks like all aluminum too. Aluminum flywheel on a steel crank.
Yeah, you get the Tigger out and just have the Tigger. Just
I'd do
have fun with
something.
it.
I'd try. Maybe make it run again. I mean, it was running like that. I mean, he did get it running.
Yeah, you got to run. Yeah.
So, I mean, at the end of the day, the keyway, all you have to do, I mean, the keyway, I mean, it has to point straight to top on most bikes.
Yeah.
When the piston is at top dead center, that key should be pointing right top dead center. So you just have to make a groove in there that'll catch a key after you weld it.
That's it. That's all you got to do.
Problem.
No problem.
Problem.
Piece of piss.
No big deal.
I mean,
Yeah.
you don't have anything to lose, really.
I was going to say, I know 7 farmers that would have had this bitch stick welded already. Yeah. This thing would just be like, it'd be like 4th of July.
The other cheap trick is put a little sandpaper on the shaft whenever you put the thing on, and it sticks it to it, kind of the grit.
Locks it right in.
And then fucking get
Then get your dugga going. Give that thing about 8 duggas. You'll be in good shape. Yeah, I mean, I hate to say it, but you're not wrong. It is a Hail Mary because you're going to buy a new motor anyway. Nobody's going to have this crank in a box.
Well, like you want to take the whole motor apart to replace the crank.
Exactly. It's a
You
shit
could
job.
cut the shaft off the price.
No, well, I mean, look, I can give you the name of the welder that you take this to, and he will make it look like new.
Yeah, because
right?
they just machine it after that, right?
He's gonna fill that whole thing up. It's gonna look like new. He's gonna cut a keyway in it.
Just take the crank out and bring it to him.
Right. That's my point. Because he can't do all that with the crank.
Honestly,
in situ.
though, it is only a V twin. It's a parallel twin. So tear it all down, tear it apart. I mean, keep the transmission all together. Don't disassemble it. Just get it.
I wonder how easy it is to get a set of gaskets.
It's probably
this bike.
it's the same as Honda. There's no such thing as a rare
Didn't
Yamaha.
Loctite kind of came out with that new shit that's supposed to be better than gaskets. So you could, for shit like that, it should work.
The problem with this is to do the job.
Do the aircraft silk thread trick.
Yeah. With that new Loctite shit, yeah.
I'm going to tell you to weld this back, it would create so much heat that everything in the motor would be garbage.
Yeah.
So you can't do it.
You'd have to give it a water bath.
You can't weld
which
it.
is real
in
great
situ.
with water, with welding water.
Yeah.
So John,
you can't do it.
You brought up a really good tip for people. Can you tell people?
You know what? I'm thinking about this. I would get some fiberglass mat, cut a hole in it, and put it over it, and that would heat insulate it. And then you'd have to weld and then quench it pretty quick.
Fast.
You'd be all right. We could do it. No, just throw it away. Actually, stop right now where you're at.
I love
Take the whole bike to the junkyard and call it quits, and stick with your Honda. Go get a CX500 or any other bike in the world that you won't have any of these fucking problems with. Yeah.
Because I'm definitely of the camp of like
Time of death.
Because
I love the first thing that I see is the XS motor won't fit into it.
The XS motor won't, the XS 650 will not fit into that same
There's
slot.
no payoff.
There's no payoff.
That was probably one of the worst bikes.
Legitimately,
I hate to crush your dream,
Yeah.
but maybe it's good for you to know.
I would do
That
it.
was the
tough
worst
love.
bike. I will not touch a TX Yamaha, a TX 750 or a 500.
The
Never.
3-cylinder 750. No, fuck no, never again.
The water kettle. You're talking about a water buffalo?
No, I'm talking about the Yamaha XS 750.
No, I like
the
that.
3-cylinder.
No, I like
top
that.
end's just everything. Every one I've ever seen has been.
Mine was fine.
Yeah, I've not had good karma with those. But here's what I'll go ahead.
Oh God!
Omni-Phase Balancer is right up near the top of the list for parts that definitely sound fake. yeah. Luke, go down to Kashi Station and get me an Omni-Phase Balancer.
That's right next to the
This
Qualo
R2
drummer.
unit's got a bad motivator.
I mean, it wasn't it's maybe not the most profound tech tip, but here's a thought. Like if you're having float issues and trying to figure out your float height and you really want it, there's different ways, but one of the stupidest, simplest ways to find out what your float level is to take your float ball off. If you can do it while it's on the bike, that's great. If not, you maybe put your carb or carbs up on the bench and get them in some sort of a jig that'll hold them there with your float bowl off, and then simply cut like the bottom off a pop bottle or a 2-liter, hold it up to the bottom or set it there, and then turn it on. And just you can watch at what point it shuts off, and it really should be like about 2 millimeters from the float bowl gasket. Right. So you could clearly see that. Hey. That's and a lot of bikes, like especially older Hondas with the clip-on fucking float bowls, you could do that real quick with a fucking 20-ounce bottle. Take it off, put it over there, and watch and see whenever the float floats. Mm-hmm. That's where your float level is. Yeah.
I've said it. I'm just going to say it. You're not pot committed to this motorcycle, right? You haven't invested a ton of money. Hey, everybody, Sean's here.
Hi.
Hey, Sean's here. So what I guess I would say is go ahead, clean up the fucking crank, use 40 grit, whatever, use whatever you got to use. Clean up that horrible shit of the crank.
Because the problem is finding a parts motor. Same problem.
Here's my thing. The whole thing about the taper on a crank, the taper is what's meant to hold the flywheel on, not the Woodruff key. The Woodruff key is just for aligning it.
Yeah.
The Woodruff key, if your taper is clean, then you don't need the Woodruff key. The pressure of that taper will hold the flywheel on without a Woodruff key. People freak out when you tell them that, but it's absolutely true. The Woodruff key is there to locate it. Here's what I would do. I would put it on, like John says. I would take the time to line that cocksucker up.
The best you can.
The best you can. And I would put it on, and I would give it like 7 or 8 whacks with at least a 3 or 4 pound dead blow hammer, right? And I'd whack that sucker to get it seated on there as hard as I could. And then I would go stick. You want instant penetration. You want fucking deep penetration and no time duration. Stick.
Well, if there's metal there, I mean, there should be metal.
Yes.
Even if it's an aluminum flywheel, there's going to be a steel collar there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
So you want to go to Harbor Freight?
Well, no.
And you want to buy a Predator motor?
I think you need a fucking tombstone. I think you need a tombstone welder. I think you need a good old heavy duty
stick welder,
big stick welder, because you don't want heat to be hanging around in that motor for any period of time for all the rubber parts, plastic parts, and everything else that are in there that are going to melt the second you do anything that involves trying to stack some fucking dimes up. This is not the time to be artistic. This is the time to be Farmer fucking John. This is the time to be like, zap and get away. and then give it a 5 or 10 minute cool down, and then go back and then zap on the other side and give it a cool down. Put 4 or 5 or 8 zaps on it with a 10-minute break in between each one. Keep the temperatures down. We've had bikes come into the shop that were running for 30 fucking years on Farmer John's field grade repair, probably hooked up to his truck battery in a fucking stick.
You could also use air cooling if you get an air line and just kind of run it behind the plate to kind of keep it from letting heat.
I think you got nothing to fucking lose on this thing, man. You got nothing to lose.
Just time your fingers,
No, it's fast. But I would say don't try to be like, oh, I'm going to use really good equipment and I'm going to make a really, really deep weld. I'm saying no, the opposite. Just
attach it to the crank.
Yes, just fucking instant
with
glue.
Authority.
Yeah, instant glue. Just blast it. And I think the shorter the duration, but the more crazy amount of fucking amperage you can throw at it is going to work.
Do you want to just cut the end of the crank off, cut the threads off? And
I was actually thinking about it, but looking at this crank, it's got the blind hole down the middle of it, and that is not going to work. So usually you see a shit ton of threads there. This doesn't have a shit ton of threads there.
Well, that's if you go with this extreme dugga.
I know
it's going to smear those threads, and then
they're going to be gone anyway.
Yeah.
This one doesn't have any. So this one, whatever's holding this on, is going to be one of those internal threaded ones that. That honestly, what happened is had external threads on it the way most crankshafts do.
Well, somehow the fucking flywheel was loose for it to chug out that fucking.
Oh, and that's why I'm saying that whatever piece of, M8 threaded bolt that they had holding the flywheel to the crank was never suitable for the task ever anyway. Nope. You should have like a 14 millimeter, 16 millimeter big honking threads out there.
Oh, so it's a bolt inside the crank, not
that's when you
threads
look at,
on the outside.
When you look at this picture, you can see that there's no threads on that crank.
Oh,
yeah.
It's got a blind hole. It's got a hole in there that a bolt goes into. That's why it never had a chance.
Rip.
Yeah.
Fuck
you, Yamaha. But again, there you are. I would say fuck it. Just go for it. Tack it. Blast it. Just blast it. Fucking stick weld that thing.
That looks like the Tin Man's wiener.
The only thing I can say is you want to kind of, how do you really get it?
Well, if it's the Tin Man's wiener, somebody's had a bad day.
Because the keyway is so
uncircumcised?
dumb. The keyway is so dumb, it doesn't even run out to the end of the crank. Like, so there could, you know what I mean? If the keyway...
so the keyway in the flywheel is the full trench. The keyway on this, because it's using the nickel Woodruff key.
Yeah, but like if it was full trench on both of them, then you can line the ends of them up. That would still be decent, right? You could see where it is. Yeah. This one, it's buried in there. So when you put the flywheel in, you can't even really tell what
use a Dremel. Use a Dremel to score it.
I would.
So score it right in the middle of that. The middle of the trench on the keyway, and then score it again on the outside so you can see it really nice and even, line it up. That would be my ghetto fabulous repair.
And you know what, timing wise, I mean,
it's going to be fine.
It'll be fine because on race bikes and stuff, they're like, oh, let's dial in 40 degrees of advance. You know what I mean?
And she'll run backwards.
As long as you don't have too much advance, it's the advance is why the starter sprags go bad.
We just don't want the internal combustion engine to become an external combustion engine.
Because you've had a motor where you're starting it with the electric starter and you get a ping.
Oh yeah.
And that's because it fired before top dead center and tried to go backwards and it destroyed your starter spag.
The explosion.
Which these are probably notorious for, and that's probably why it's destroying the spag. And it was spinning this way and it kicked back, and that is what is rotating the fucking. It's like a lawnmower when you hit a fucking rock with it, and it stops instantly, and your flywheels keep spinning, and that's why they have a keyway to.
Hey, speaking of lawnmowers,
God, I'm fucking pissed about this. It's getting fucking hot.
All right.
Settle down, John.
So for every hopeless situation,
I need a fucking cigarette.
For every hopeless situation, there's a positive situation. We'd like to welcome $5 member, a Road Monk. So Road Monk is in at $5 whole, and then $10. Potlickin' Pirate. I love these fucking handles, guys. You're fucking impressing me with your handles. Potlickin' Pirate, and then Eric Tolton. Eric B. Tolton. Well done, Eric.
Thanks, Eric.
Yeah, fucking thank you very much. That is awesome. So we are very proud to have 4 new Patreons.
So who fucking posted about they found a a pub on AliExpress on the market on the Cleveland Moto chat skis. Did you see that?
Oh, no. I want to read you this first.
Okay, sorry.
Okay, Nate Kavanaugh says, John mentioned he always wanted a Ulysses. Oh. May I provide a timeline of my experience? Bought the 2006 Ulysses with about 8,000 miles on it. Really fun while it lasted. At about 10,000 miles, the piston slap was discovered. Ooh. It went to a local brother shop and stayed there for months. I was told that the other affiliated priorities came up. Got it back and took the lady at the time through Yosemite and over Tioga Pass. Beautiful. Headed down Highway 395 in the middle of literal nowhere. I felt my right boot get warm. Looked down and saw a boot covered in purple brother oil. Purple power. The rear cylinder was over-torqued and fractured the plastic lifter cover, because that's a thing. And this is where it failed. It took a very expensive U-Haul, 500 miles back to Santa Cruz, and this time I fixed it. And then at about 13K, which is about 1K further than he fixed it, the exhaust valve servo went. And then the fuel pump. And then the ECU.
Wait.
Yes.
The exhaust valve
it's
servo.
a thing. On the Ulysses? Yep. That's a thing.
I'm appalled. That should just be a fucking... If you said exhaust valve spring,
if you said
keeper, seal, guide... You said servo, didn't you?
No, that is literally like saying the belt suspenders.
How do you install a servo into the valve train?
They did.
Fuck you.
The muffler bearing failed.
So the fuel pump,
it must be a servo actuated decomp or something like that. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So
I get it.
And when they fail, they don't fail to close, they fail to open. So there you go.
Can you just take it off?
That's what I would do, obviously.
And then your starter sprag blows up.
Because like on my M2, you basically got 3 starts out of it and go away. That was it. Yeah. Just go home. You're done. So then he says, I was able to get it to sellable condition by fabbing an ECU cover that protected the vulnerable connectors. It left my yard with 13,500 miles. So that means after all that horse shit, the exhaust valve servo, the fuel pump, the ECU, we put 5 more 100 miles on it. On a sketchy bumper rack attached to a janky old Ford Exploder with a legend-level dipshit from Fresno, at which point I filed the release of liability and left fucking town. It's the only bike I've truly hated. Cheers, Nate. So yeah, that's
thank you,
Nate.
As we used to say, the best thing that could happen to it is to get hit by a bus.
Sure, yeah, absolutely. Just push it out into traffic, and I don't know how it got there.
I wisely spent the $4,000 that I had chuckled up and bought a Kawasaki Versys from my good friend Phil.
Yes.
And so that pretty much pushed out any opportunity for me to get something like a Ulysses. I had it was in the running.
Yeah.
Because there was a Ulysses available, and I was like, I'm like, I probably very wisely so. I'm like, I want reliability. I want depend-a-fuckability.
The phrase is
I want unfuckability.
The small motor gets hot, and then you discover that the cams are plastic.
Ooh.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yikes, I say
Exhaust,
yikes and a yikes.
Yeah, Buell form, exhaust valve actuator help. 975 posts.
Oh, boy.
Oh, that is not a good day. Yep. So, John, if you want to know what it looks like, this is what it looks like for anybody out there who needs to know what the offending item is. This is the offending item.
Oh, wow.
That is a very plastic exhaust valve actuator.
That looks like the blend door on the Ford.
It sure does look like a blend.
That looks like that thing I bolted
I
onto
pulled
the
that
Ford.
out of my Corvette at one
Yeah,
point.
yep. And there's where the cable goes, and there's the cable holder, and there's the electronic, 2-pin.
Oh, well, fuck that. Just get an old school handlebar.
Get a lever.
Mount. Yeah,
just get a
do
lever.
a manual fucking
You're
decomp.
fine. Just get a lever.
Get her spinning and let go of the decomp.
Yeah. The only problem is this is a thing they put on top of a place where fire and oil live, and it's made of plastic. So anytime you put a piece of plastic where fire and oil live,
all you need is an old moped and take the decompression lever off.
Right. Yeah, but if you take this thing off where it's going to be molten and fiery anyway, you're just ending with a hole in your engine, holding the side of your valve cover is what you're probably going to end up with.
That's no problem.
It's no problem.
Piece of aluminum, drill some holes in it, cut it out.
Fill that fucker with JB Weld and you'll be fine.
Blanket.
Yeah.
Chris from New Zealand checking in, saying, "Hey, boys."
Hey.
Hello.
Mr. Christchurch.
Yes, absolutely. Fucking A, man. So yeah, that's pretty. That's pretty rough. So you were saying, John, about a Temu pop-up. I'm sorry, inflatable pub.
As somebody on the Cleveland Moto, podcast chat,
Since the $4,000 pub is not in our future,
how much money do
the
we have in
$400
our
pub off Temu
We'll
might
have to
be
go
the
and
option.
check. I haven't checked them.
You haven't checked them?
I
I mean,
mean,
you're
we
looking at
got a lot of notices.
AliExpress? I was looking at them it's like $1,000. If we were at $1,000, you could get a decent AliExpress.
You can get an AliExpress.
We're pretty close.
But if you want to, you need to do it soon because what I've bought some stuff off AliExpress.
Okay.
And it can take a couple weeks.
Oh, it can take a while. Yeah.
So, like, if you wanted it for Bandcamp,
The thing with AliExpress is
you better do it today.
Yeah, they definitely. The bigger and heavier it is, the less likely you are to get it to arrive to its destination. Like AliExpress
But none of
operates in
those-
small
It might
boxes.
have to come
None
all
of
the
those
way
look
from
like this. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I mean,
we know that.
There's some practicality about maybe not getting the fucking.
Well, Sleepy, if you want to dump in, if you want to dump in $3,600, you're in.
I mean, if only this will satisfy you, then okay. Let me know when you're ready.
I mean, this is 20 by 26 feet for the Temu
I will
version.
I will pick up my 1/12 of the 900 pounds that it takes to move it.
I'm just saying we're going to end up with something. That's what we're going to end up with.
Fair enough.
Well, that's
It's
what I'm,
going up.
that's what I'm suggesting is maybe we get down to brass tacks here. How much money do we have, and what can we get for
Well,
that?
I mean,
money?
how much was the human centipede thing that you had that was the backup?
Oh boy.
That was the $200 rental.
That was the rental where you get to crawl in the centipede's mouth and simulate the digestive tract of a centipede and then leave via its butthole. Yeah, that sounds like a fun day to me. Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
couple of shots of Shaggy's and you go in.
And you just dive in head first. Yeah. Yeah, it looks like they're about $1,600 or whatever, for the Temu version.
You don't touch on anything that you can have a party in for under $1,000.
No, I don't think you can. It does, as advertised, these appear to be 23 by 15, right? Without the air blower. And if you want to bump it up to 26 by 16,
so the air blower thing,
with an air blower, that bumps it up to 2,100.
One of the things that we were tossing out at the plant that I took over to the property is a Briggs & Stratton 3 horsepower air blower. So it's basically a 3 horsepower Briggs on a squirrel cage furnace blower into a 4-inch pipe that is made to
goes into.
So if you had nothing else, you wouldn't even need a generator. I mean, I'd rather have a quiet generator running an electric motor, but there's that too.
And considering when you're dealing with an inflatable structure, the fan has to be moving 100% of the time.
Yeah, you'd have to keep. I would actually want to take if we were going to run it like that, put a bigger gas tank somehow on the gas-driven motor.
Well, my other option is we have invested heavily in Summit racing tents. These big fucking 20 by 10 monstrosities that we have like 6 of now.
Yes,
we could just
put that up inside it.
We could just make those into an Irish pub because they're coming anyway. I know they're going to arrive because they're in my fucking trailer already.
Correct.
They're pre-packed.
I mean, mine is.
Well, they just were never depacked.
Exactly. Mine's sitting in the garage
it's
right
not
now.
inflatable.
It is. It's not as
There's
cool,
the absurdity of the inflatable pub.
Yeah. I love the fact that we can say that we brought an inflatable pub.
There you go.
Yeah. I mean, there's something about that.
Yeah.
That's the kind of shit that somebody in Ireland someday is going to be like, these fucking idiots over there.
Where is the GoFundMe at right currently?
I was just looking, but I can't get onto it.
Oh, you can't get onto it?
I will bring a thing. Or if you can.
I'll try to see if I can look at it. Yeah.
Well, whatever. I brought it up. I tried to be serious about it. It didn't fail because of me.
No, it didn't.
It's not failing.
No, it didn't. It's,
we're working on this.
Right.
This is an active project.
Yeah, I agree. Let me see. Let me sign in here, and I'll figure out exactly how many doll hairs we've come up with.
But we should probably put an end date here,
okay?
Because we're going to have to make an order soon, right?
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, so yeah. Right. So basically, if you want,
it's time to shit or get off the fucking pub.
Go on to GoFundMe. You can find the Cleveland Moto Once an Irish Pub thing, and donate $2, $5, it doesn't matter. But we're just going to use that money to go toward a pub. If something happens where it doesn't happen, it all goes back to everybody, and it's all fine.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, that's the whole thing. There's absolutely no risk to anybody. If
nobody's trying to profit off this. This is just for pubisms.
Believe me. Yeah, there's there's been zero chance of profiting off of this. Are you fucking kidding me? I'm sorry. Wait a second. Yeah.
Well, I mean, If I had that pub, I'd maybe put it up on. I mean, you go on Craig or Marketplace, people are renting out these things, and probably making money.
Well, I mean, here's a mobile Irish pub rental for $12.50, which is literally just a camper that has been made out to be an Irish pub.
Okay, all right.
And I'm like, well, shit, that's cheap.
Yeah,
I mean, the whole idea of the Irish pub came. I thought one of us, or maybe me, I saw the inflatable Irish pub as a rental on Marketplace.
Dude, I was drunk as shit, and I was talking about the first bouncy house of Jesus at Barber Motorsports.
Yeah, there you go.
And it kind of snowballed into this.
And it just got wildly out of control. Yeah, I
Mr.
totally
Black
get
and
that.
I had another date.
Ooh. Oh boy.
Like, you know what would be funny? An Irish pub.
Yeah, it would just be so much fun. It'd be great. Everyone would love it. Yeah. It would also be a 900-pound inflatable
pain in the ass, yeah.
I'm looking for more like the 200 or 300 pounder.
Yeah.
You know,
so currently
that's more my size. You know?
So currently we have raised $730
Wow.
of our 4.5K requirement. And I got to say, I just want to lay this down here because we've got some heavy hitters, and I'd like to call these people out by fucking name because anytime anybody takes this big of a risk suggests really, really deep pockets or really, really bad decisions.
Which we love both.
Which we do love.
We are in on this.
Yes, wow. I promise you. We have got Luke Vanderhart, wherever the fuck you are right now, probably having weird sex and a Ducati. $200. Okay. Come on, man. $200? Are you fucking kidding me? Nathan Kavanaugh, $100. Yeah, Nathan Kavanaugh, also privately having adventurous sex, maybe on an MV Agusta.
Well, not a Ulysses. Certainly.
Well, of course, and we all know Patrick McNamara, right? Some Patrick McNamara. Yeah, 50 whole bucks.
Back in Irish pub.
Well, that's the thing is, he's compelled to by his genetics. By law, he has to. Alex Rode.
If we raise enough money, I can bring an actual Celtic singer into this whole thing.
Alex Rode, Nick DeVito, we're all Celtic singers. Yeah. You just got to get us right.
If somebody here played the mandolin,
I can learn how to play the lute.
Yes. So yeah.
I mean, I got a friend that plays the bouzouki. Let's go.
We could, yeah. There's no limit to the stupid that we could do here.
We need to start looking at $1,000 Irish pubs.
Well, $730 so far. So that's where we're at.
Yeah, I mean,
so we're getting there.
Right.
I'd consider kicking a little extra or something.
Well, yeah.
I mean, if it's just to get it over the top and
I haven't even gotten involved yet.
I have committed to making haggis. I don't think that's Irish.
Yeah, I'm completely, the whole $2,000 Temu pub, which seems to be the deal, right? That seems to be the one. They come in many shapes and sizes, including apparently one that has a horse painted on the side of it. Nope, that's a real horse.
Yes,
nope, I'm wrong. That was a real horse. That's a real horse.
There was one that I'm like, oh, I want to get this one. Yeah, they had like a little sign over the door and it said the Poo Poo Pee Pee Palace or something. Oh my! It was like the Chinese. Yeah, I don't know what happened.
Yeah,
there.
that sounds like a bad one. Yeah, they're like, oh, we're gonna have a lot of fun with these people. Look, it's Irish. Yeah. There's
do you get the cutout
on AliExpress?
The cutout of the leprechaun.
There were different colors.
There's a cutout of the leprechaun in front of it, holding his pot of gold.
The big variation on AliExpress is: do you want the barrels or no barrels outside?
The inflata barrels.
The inflata barrels or no inflata barrels.
That should just be called trip hazards.
Yeah.
You know what? I think though, I have.
You go to lean on it, and
I have so much faith in Temu, and I have so much faith in Alibaba that this thing's going to show up and be 71 inches wide. It's going to be 36 inches tall, and they're going to be like, note all
it'll
dimensions.
Be like Stonehenge.
Yes,
come down.
It'll come down, but it'll be this big. It'll be Spinal Tap Stonehenge. Yeah, we're going to have a giant Stonehenge come down in the middle of the stage. Yeah. Yep, 4 feet tall, 3 feet tall, exactly. Yeah, I do not think that. I just know I have such a level of confidence with our Chinese forebears. Overlords.
Dead owners?
I like the Tudor structure, though. I mean, it could be an Irish pub. It could be a German beer house. It could be...
If you get the one that has the Tudor structure, right, the Tudor look,
I mean, it could be so much.
That's the one you're hoping for shows up. But I think this is like playing a claw game.
You could have your own Oktoberfest?
$2,000. I think you're giving somebody in China $2,000, and whatever shows up
is not going to be worth
DHL on a pallet, whatever. When you finally open it up and inflate it, you're going to realize it's made out of fucking recycled happy birthday balloons.
What about reviews?
I
what
bought
are
some
they,
stuff from Alibaba recently, like stuff that I didn't need for quality. I just needed, and it showed up and looked exactly like it was supposed to. And
I bought a little gas tank off of AliExpress, and it took a while, but it showed up, and it really was it's what I ordered, and it was $18.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I just have a general sense of distrust.
Oh, you should. I mean, you're not wrong.
I'm not saying.
I'm the guy who ordered a Volkswagen cooler and it showed up and it was 6 inches long.
Oh, that. Yeah.
And so
You mean 12?
Yeah, 12 inches long. I forgot.
Or 120 millimeters.
Windage.
That's way less than 12 inches.
200 millimeters.
I'd like 600 grams of ham. I used to go up to the Lake McRae for the 2-4 weekend.
Oh, yeah, of course.
That was awesome.
Yeah, for May 2-4.
Go grocery shopping. My buddy's like, I'd like 600 grams of ham. I'm like, I'd like 600 grams of ham too.
Right. Yeah.
How much is 600 grams? It's about a pound.
Oh, yeah. Homeboy just slapped in over here.
Some pea meal bacon.
Yeah. Did Mike just kick in?
Yeah.
You just kicked in. It's fucking awesome. Yep.
Nice round 800.
Nice round 800. That's cool. Look
You
at that.
just put in $800? Good.
Miracles happen.
All right, sweet.
Wow. Major donator. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, $800. Wow. That's fantastic.
No, Carrie, I did not.
Well, you're wearing shorts. You
If
might as
your
well
wife
just
is
take your
listening.
pants off now. So John, oh, wait. Did you put 800 in?
That's not my job. Talk to Sean down there.
Okay.
Yeah, it's it. Last but not least, before we move on to the rest of the evening, this weekend, if you're listening to this live, is DGR, the Distinguished Gentleman's Ride, the Disgruntled Gentleman's Ride. This is what we're doing. We've been doing it for 14 years. Questions. 1, look at your local DGR's information board. Register. It's free. It don't cost nothing. Okay? But if you want the information, if you want to know when the ride leaves, if you want to know where the ride's going, if you want to know when the ride's coming back, if you want to know the rules, if you want to know what kind of bike you're allowed to drive, if you want to know how you're supposed to dress, if you want to know if you're allowed to bring a Can-Am Spider with a trailer, if you want to know these things, that's a real question I got asked this week. If you want to know these things, go to gentlemansride.com.
I was notified by the authorities today that I did not register yet.
Yeah, Renee's been checking on people.
She did.
Yeah, Renee.
But I flipped the switch on her, and I'm like, so are you registered?
She's not riding.
She's not right.
Yeah, she's not riding.
Well, no, she told me she was renovating one of her units because she's going to get back on the market.
Yeah. Yeah. So to just make it perfectly clear, I was prepping a bike this week, and a very distinguished gentleman came in, and he said, "Hey, I just want to let you know, I registered everything for the DGR, but I just had a couple of questions." And by the third question, I just literally looked at him and said, "You didn't register. You lied to me. You didn't register." I said, "Good." And I went over to my computer and I said, "What's your name?" And he was like, "Oh, well," and he did not register. There's a lot of information on the website. It's absolutely free. Register, please. Just register. Do you know why you got to register? So we know who's fucking there.
I have actually registered most years.
Just register so
I'm
we know
not a scofflaw
who's there
in that respect.
But on top of that,
I am.
I think what also you're doing by doing that is that when they're going to the big donors that are not participating that day, but like corporate donors and something, they can say we had over 295,000 people register on our website. It gives them stats and numbers.
I'm going to give you something you might want to consider. Do we live in a world where somebody drove a truck through a parade?
Yes.
DGR has insurance. If you're not registered, you're not there. Sometimes bad things happen. At marathons, at public events, bad things can happen. Weird things can happen. Cars can get angry that you're blocking an intersection, decide to do something about it. DGR has insurance. If you're not registered, you're not there. Think about that. Somebody gets whiskey throttle on their Harley Davidson and plows through 26 bikes at a red light. DGR has insurance. If you're not registered, you're not there. That's what I'm saying. I can't say it any more clearly than that. It's not for me, it's for you. It's because if you're not registered, you're not there. You can't claim anything. You're not operating as part of the group. And also, if something weird happens and there's some shenanigans, they're going to say, oh, it was those people that came in and they weren't registered. And they're immediately going to say, well, they weren't registered. They didn't read the rules. No matter what happens, it's your fault. So just based on the way these events tend to run, it's free. Just register.
But let's be clear.
Yeah.
No matter what happens, it's still your fault.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Look, we've seen weird shit happen at DGR. We've seen bikes crash for no fucking reason. We've also seen so close to the end of the ride that you could see the destination and have somebody on a cruiser bike decide they were going to go left to center at cars in front of Kentucky Fried Chicken and the home of the Whopper. And they just, I watched it happen. I saw the guy. He just was like, fuck you all. And he went left to center and went head on into a car. Oh. And John and I had to clean that mess up. And that was less than 1 mile to our terminal destination. And it fucked things up for a lot of other people because then you have to deal with that. So we can tell you that weird shit does happen.
Well, and think about little Ernie, the old guy.
Yeah.
Like that was an actual like little sad kind of tip over, but still a crash. And he couldn't
but it's still a
help it.
crash.
It still happens.
Exactly.
You know?
So things do happen. Shit is weird. Just, register. That's it. The final, just so everyone knows, this is Cleveland. We don't care what kind of bike you ride. Honestly, we don't care. If you want to show up on your CR500, cool, great, awesome, totally inappropriate. We love it. Bring it on. That is welcome. We strongly endorse that. If you want to show up on your twin turbo Hayabusa, fucking love that. Bring that shit on. Dress dapper. Be fucking super dapper. Be super dapper. Own the dapper. Own the fucking DGR, the shit out of that thing. However, I don't care if you do have a 1953 Hupmobile three-wheeler, whatever. Nope, don't bring it. Don't bring it. I don't want sub-besides. I don't want double wides. I don't want Can-Ams with trailers, right? I do not want that shit there. We had a guy a few years ago show up with an Izetta, a BMW Izetta.
Oh my.
Okay, and he insisted, yes, I'm going to be part of this. Well, off the tick, it's wider, than a motorcycle.
Slower.
It is slow as molasses.
We had a couple people who've showed up in various things like that, but some of them had the good sense to just follow, like
stay
way
at the
in
back, stay at the way back. Yeah. The Izetta guy, he was like, no, I have every right to be here. Your shit has a steering wheel, man. If it has a steering wheel, it's not a motorcycle.
Did it have 3 or 4 wheels?
It had 4 wheels. Izettas can go either way, but the ones we got in this country had 4 wheels. But anyway, it was slow as hell. It was a moving obstruction for everybody around him. People were like, I can't stay behind this guy. This guy's crawling.
It's a 260 BMW single powered car.
That
looks like a refrigerator.
The GVWR on this thing is like 3,000 fucking pounds, but it's got a little tiny adorable 2-stroke motor in it, and it's just wheezing its way through the gears, and you could push the thing fucking faster. But so now we got 100 people behind him that all want to sally forth and proceed gaily forward, and they can't because he's corking the place up.
I fucking love wheezing through the gears.
It was wheezing through the gears.
It is a single-cylinder BMW motorcycle motor powering this fucking Kelvinator.
And it is adorable, don't get me wrong. It is very, very fun and cute to look at.
There's a time and a place.
But the point is, the DGR, when there's 150 fucking motorcycles that are all just trying to sneak through the next intersection before the light changes green or whatever, have a little respect for read the room, right? Because as adorable as the BMW Izetta is, and it's adorable,
it is.
It just has no place in this fucking ride. No. That is not in thrust we trust.
That my Reliant Robin be allowed
exactly.
in.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, it has the back wheel catchers right there on the front.
Exactly. Yeah, and the point of egress is also the point of impact. So, the crumple zone is your exit strategy.
Well, yeah, that's why you got that rag top.
The soft top is really the best way to get out of there in a hurry. Claw your way out.
If you bring an Izetta, we're going to bring a ratchet strap and wrap it around the car and strap you in.
All you need is a zip tie. All you need is a zip tie between the door handle and the headlight. You could capture somebody in one of those with a fucking short person's belt.
Or any stick. If you put it through those two bumpers that went through the front, you could never get
it open again. But look, if you're going to show up on your cool Stibe sidecar, if you're going to show up on your cool, if this is where you really want people to know you have a Ural, cool, man. That's great.
I hate sidecars, but you're more than welcome to.
You're more than welcome to show up.
I like how this went to don't drive to it to now we're trapping the guy in this fucking car.
Well,
that escalated quickly, man.
The dude that showed up in the really cool ass Volkswagen Beetles did not.
They did not try to be in the ride.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, that's my old neighbor, Carmen's brother.
They were cool as shit. Like those were amazing.
Her name was Snitch or it's Sitch or it's almost my name.
Really?
Oh yeah.
I'm going to take my Corvette. I'll just follow behind.
Just go way the fuck to back.
Put the top down.
Yeah. Go so far back, okay, that you could just be like, I'm the chase truck. Whatever. I don't fucking care.
Nobody's going to run you over from behind because I'm back here.
Next statement for all those who asked, all 211 of you. I am not the chase truck. I am not providing a chase truck. This is like a 31-mile ride.
It's a moot point, though, because nobody on the ride is going to, well, they might hear it tomorrow or Saturday.
No. People are listening to it live right now.
Yeah.
Hundreds of people are playing along right now. But here's why it's important. And Sleepy's going to get to me quick, and I'll post it up tomorrow. Yeah. So here's the trick. We don't do a chase truck. I don't do a chase truck. Somebody may show up, and that has happened in years past, where it's like, hey, man, I can't ride. I've got this perfectly good F-150 over here, and I got this perfectly good ramp. Do you want me to be the chase truck?
I think some dudes get off on it, though.
Do you want to be the chase truck?
I'm SAG. How you doing?
Sure. Do you want to be the chase truck? I want to be the chase truck. Fucking awesome. The guy even had a yellow light on top of his truck that lit up. It was fucking amazing.
Can I wear my armband and hat?
He was great. Yeah, sure, man. Rock on. But here's the point. We are not providing you with a chase wagon. We're not providing you with a van. We're not providing you with that kind of stuff. Do you know why? Because it's a 31 fucking mile ride.
Right.
Okay. This is not the gentleman's ride across the United States. This is not the Cannonball Run. This is a 31 mile ride.
I've seen what's his face's 2-stroke scooter with the target on it. Fucking do it every year for the last 8 years and make the whole fucking ride.
Do yourself
Warren.
solid.
Warren.
Do yourself a solid and show up with a full tank of gas.
Warren has shown up on an 8-inch Vespa.
Yeah.
Never had a problem.
Nope.
Last year, all the Lambrettas made it.
Nah.
All of the Lambrettas made it.
I am contractually obligated.
Ovulated?
Ovulated. Contractually God damn, I can't even say it. My mouth.
You better get a new Lamar lip.
No shit. Obligated to flip you off when I ride past you because I'm not fixing your shit.
Okay.
God damn, my mouth is really.
There will not be a chase truck. I'm sorry. That's it. I will call Triumph again, and I will offer again to Triumph if they want to have their van and follow us up. That's great. That's cool. Blocking. We do not officially block intersections.
We have a
if someone is really worried, you can get roadside assistance with your AMA membership. That's exactly right.
Yeah, Matt is just throwing money at us tonight.
Right. And Matt, thank you. Matt is not just fucking obviously right. AMA membership, sure. Vespa Club of America membership. You get towing, roadside assistance. There's all kinds of ways. You could probably even look at your own insurance policy.
Yeah.
They probably have roadside rescue.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
But the point being, we have tried it in the past. And here's what happened in years past. Renee drove the chase wagon the one time. Renee made it exactly 6 blocks outside of Porco before somebody's bike failed. So she had to pick them up. And then they were like, okay, well, that's cool. You can take me to my home. And Renee was like, well, that's great. Where do you live? Ashtabula. What the fuck? No, that's an hour and a half, almost 2 hours away. Are you fucking? No, Renee, I'm not going to. Renee's like, no. Well, then fortunately, somebody else broke down about 2-3 blocks later. So they could see the other guy breaking down from where the first guy was tying his bike in. And then she had 2 bikes on board less than a half mile away from the launch point. right? So one, our chase truck just became useless because now it's got 2 bikes in it already. So what else are you going to do? And the two people that got picked up were kind of like, well, this means you're giving me a ride home now, right? Too? And like, not really.
I mean, that's kind of a dick move by the people getting picked up. I would never expect that.
We can take you to the start or we can take you to the finish.
You're going to Porco.
Choice is yours.
Where would you like to work on your bike? Where will you be doing the thing you should have done before you showed up?
I am dropping you at Porco right now and getting back in with a ride.
That's it. And so this was it. And when we got to the first stop point, and I was like, I'm looking back at the back trying to expect to see my big red pickup truck to know that everybody made it through the intersection. And I'm like, what the fuck? We've gone one intersection and there's no truck. So I pulled over and text. I'm like, where the fuck are you? And she goes, I've already had 2 people break down. They broke down like within 7 blocks of the thing. And I'm like, well, holy shit. And she goes, yeah, I'm done. I'm out. That's it. I'm full.
Perfect.
I was like, well, that's something. Okay. So that's why I don't do a chase truck, because realistically it's 31 miles. And if I break down, which based on the, based on the shit I was riding a couple of years ago, I mean, that made it one of the way. I mean, that made it to the halfway point, and then we peace outed while everyone else was going to the bar, because we had to go get a bike that had a clutch in it.
Wardrobe change.
I'm going to go get a bike with a clutch. This will be great. And so it happens, but that's what your cell phone's for, right? Have a backup plan or have a bike that can run for a whopping 31 miles. That's it. That's how it's run. Don't expect a chase truck. Be registered, show up, have a good time. If you're a person that really likes to have 9 or 10 beers, bring 9 or 10 beers. Like, it's really cool. It's really fun. People will respect you and have a great time. If when you go to the first stop or the stop, you're not like, oh, great, I'm going to go stand out in the parking lot, bullshit with my friends for 20 minutes, and then I'm going to go in and try to get a beer from the bar that has one bartender, and she's now fucking pissing herself because 200 motorcycles just showed up. Do not expect to be able to conduct business at our halfway point, because if you're at the halfway point, you're like, I'm thirsty, I'm going to go inside and get a beer. Well, unless you're the first guy in line,
right over. No, you won't be. Mm-hmm. You'll be the second guy. Yeah. I promise you.
Yeah, when we get like within sight of the halfway point.
Have you seen the videos where the guy like does a handstand, flips his kickstand down, and jumps off the bike and runs in that? That's
all one move. If you're the kind of guy that needs to have that, just bring your little Tykes cooler or whatever, little backpack thing or whatever you got going on. Be responsible for your own situation is what I'm trying to say, because it is really, really difficult. I will call this particular restaurant. I will call them again for the second time. I will call them tomorrow and remind them that Sunday shit's going to get weird at about 2:00.
And if you do get up to the bar and you get the order, order 10 Bud Lights.
Yes,
and pass them
exactly.
Out to everybody.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, last year, just order one drink. I would like a fuzzy navel.
Well, last year I got up to the bar and somebody was like, I need a Manhattan and I need an old fashioned. And I was like, Porco's the last stop. This is I need 6 High Lifes.
You want Miller Lite, Bud Light, Miller Regular, Coors Light? What do you want?
Right.
And how many cans?
You need 6 cans of whatever. Have the cash on the table waiting, because I was stunned. And we gave the heads up. We usually give like, hey, we're going to be rolling out in 30 minutes. Fight your way to the bathroom. Do whatever it is you got to do. We're going to roll out in 30 minutes. There were still people inside that hadn't gotten
ordered
served
food.
Yet.
I ordered food.
It's like, what you ordered food? How long did you think we were going to be here?
Meet us at the end.
Right. You know where we're going.
Right. You know where we're going.
You know where we're going. So that's
if you registered.
The deal. If you registered, you know where we're going. So that's kind of the deal. I'm going to pre-run it tomorrow. I'm going to pre-run it Friday, as we always do, to make sure any traffic we figure out. There is a chance, and I got to tell you, our good friend Dave Mayer from he's a great bike builder. He's a great painter. He's really super dude. He's like, Phil, I got to warn you, man. All the roads that don't have marathon have construction. And I think he's right, because I just kind of was looking at it this morning and I'm like, okay, so I'm going to go out and pre-run it. This may be the world's shortest DGR. Worse things have happened. That's it. Yeah. Yeah. We just make laps, circles inside the flats. Yeah. Just make circles in the flats. Oh, look, kids. Big Bun, Parliament. That's it. Just make more circles. It'll be fine. Just do more loops, do more laps. Okay, we're going counterclockwise. Big laps. Because there is a chance some of the roads that I absolutely need to use are super constructioned. Yeah. Yep. So it could be ugly. It could be really weird. Yep. And there is one road for sure that goes in and out of the flats that we're going to be using. That is the only road in and out of the flats that we can rely on where the top or the bottom of the road isn't fucked up by the marathon.
Now, be sure you're not afraid to use the walking paths.
Believe me. Yeah.
Or the rapid tracks. No.
Again, how wide's the sidecar rig? That's it. I just got back from Guadalajara. I can put a sidecar rig in a lot of weird places. But yeah, for us, yowzies, baby. So that's the deal. Dapper. Dress up, have a great time, show up at your local DGR. It's going to be a blast. But again, if you want to be the party, take the party with you. Be ready.
Also, if you're in a different city, take pictures and send us the pictures of where your events were and stuff.
Always. Yeah, get some cool shots. That's the one thing I'm guilty of. I don't take enough pictures at DGR because I'm too busy running the fucking thing. Right?
I usually got that covered.
Yep. I usually just don't take enough pictures. And we'll have to make sure the bullhorn's there because, again, I don't bring my own bullhorn. So, yeah, that's just generally not my move. But
I bought a $15 amp at the Skid Mark garage.
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
nice. Yeah, I'm just planning on doing my thing. As long as there's a big wooden spool for me to stand on or something, I'll be fine. Yeah, we'll make it good. But yeah, I got my costume. I got my outfit dialed in. I got my
seriously.
Yeah, I figured out what I'm doing. You know,
we'll get you one of those old school like football megaphones.
That's all really I need. It's just a big. We can just fuck it. Traffic cone.
Dog collar. Like,
traffic cone. You just need it's just a giant fucking rubber traffic cone.
Yeah.
How is that any different? How is that not going to work?
Yeah.
It'll be fine. Yeah. And it's not like we, do 14 lamentations in the Lord's Prayer. We basically, less is more, man. Right? You know the rules.
Well, don't forget about the blessings of the gremlin bells.
The carol of the gremlin bells. Okay, everybody, if you got a gremlin bell on your bike, bring it forward. We're going to tune them up.
Did
we ever find a mic that worked for the
Harley?
The Harley?
No, I've had two different microphones for that motorcycle. I got a Harley police bike, and it's got a really great PA on it. It's got a really good amp on it.
I don't know why I had two of them.
The one mic is just the Snap, Crackle, and Pop Festival.
Yeah.
It just will not put out good sound.
Fucker.
Yeah, it's weird. Yeah. I mean, it wouldn't hurt me to clean everything up, too. Like that 1/4-inch jack is probably awful. But yeah, when I first got the bike, I caught Stefan walking down the street by the Masonic or something. And I saw him walking with somebody else and I was like, oh, I know those assholes. So I swung around on the bike and I laid the sirens on hard.
Wow.
And, literally up against the wall now, up against the wall, hands in the air where I can see him against the wall. And Stefan just like instantly froze in his tracks. He was like, fuck this. And I was like, yeah, neither one of them tried to run. It had the effect that you'd want it to have. It stopped them dead in their tracks. Ooh. And the horn on that, the sound of safety, that fucking,
it's called an H.
Is that what it's called?
Because it goes,
It goes, all right. Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
That's my one when I see somebody literally texting and I'm behind them on the bike. And because, it has a horn, but that's no fun. You hit the other button and it hits the and that thing, you'll watch a phone jump 6 inches in the air. It's fantastic. It gets people's attention.
Or whatever iced coffee.
Whatever it is. When people are on the freeway and they're just kind of coasting into my lane and stuff, and that thing just gets them every time.
Did I tell you guys? I think I told you this story a year or two ago, but I was coming down the street and this girl was texting and driving me fucking crazy because she was almost hitting mailboxes
all over the place.
Shit. And so I was going to turn left and she was, going to go straight and the light hit.
Uh-huh.
And I rolled down my window and I went, hey, and I yelled at her and she freaked out so bad she dropped her phone. I just heard it go, I just kind of
Did
laughed.
it go out the
and
window or did it go down the nether reaches of the seat?
No, out the window.
Out the window.
She was
Oh,
holding
shit.
it like this.
Oh, that's
when I
great.
yelled, she went like that. And just fucking basically
awesome.
threw it out the window.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I almost felt bad.
I haven't I used to be the guy that would adjust a mirror, pull up next to him and just tune the mirror up a little bit. And I don't do that anymore.
A lot of people have guns.
That's the problem in Cleveland. Yeah, concealed carry in Cleveland is like everybody.
Dude, in the last, I used to have a real bad problem with vehicular homicide, chasing people, right?
Attempted vehicular homicide.
Right. But now,
Intent.
man, you'll be in the left lane and pass somebody and they're just mad about you passing and you see them flash.
They're
a gun.
raging.
So now I'm just 63 in the fucking right lane, hey everybody, I'm fucking cool. Fuck, it ain't worth it, man.
And that's the strange thing is you're like, as a person who's been around guns my entire life, I've never in my life ever thought, what would be a great idea? If I showed that guy my gun. I've never thought, here's a great idea. I'm going to show that guy my gun.
My dad always said, if you pull a gun on somebody,
Yeah.
that should be the last thing they
Yeah,
see
I'm
before
kind of with
they
you.
die.
I mean,
That was kind of my policy. I'm like, I'm not just gonna. There's no
Right.
pointing the gun and saying get on the ground.
yeah,
Bang, bang.
it's kind of like one of those things that well, okay, you've shown me you have it now.
Yeah, now my tactics are different.
My tactics are different.
And I'm not a pro. I'm
And
not like you guys.
If you're
I'm still
brandishing
different.
and I'm inside my metal box and you're brandishing, I might feel the need to defend myself. And it's weird, but I just never seen anything good come from, in my former job as police officer, I've never seen it ever work out well when a guy was like, well, he was being a dick. And so I showed him my gun. That never ended well. That's never been and that was the greatest thing you could have done in that situation. I'm so glad you were there.
If I carried a gun, it would probably be the only time I'd bring it out was when I'm like, I need to shoot this guy.
That's the general, not for nothing, but it is called concealed carry.
Yeah.
It's in the name. It's in the thing. It's literally concealed
Yeah, you had to
carry.
go to classes and shit.
Yeah, you
earned that.
Well, I didn't want to be sexist or woman. I might shoot a woman too.
You might. You don't want to be sexist, right? That's exactly right. Yeah, but
you can't punch them.
Right. But the guys who are literally driving motorcycles, I had a guy show me a gun once and he's riding a motorcycle. And I was like, the guy showed me a gun while he's riding a motorcycle. And I was like, you are aware that if I have a fly on my arm, I could kill you. If I could just have a sneeze, I could completely involuntary manslaughter your ass, all over the place. Or I could just say, the dude was brandishing a gun at me. He was pointing a gun at my face. I had to defend myself. So I just,
I was afraid for my life.
I was afraid for my life. Exactly. But the idea of a guy on a motorcycle showing a gun is just the dumbest thing in the world. Yeah. Plus, it's also hey, I've always wanted a gun, and that guy has one.
And then how many people on the highway now have phones? And their phones
all
are
of
running
them.
cameras.
100%.
And now you just made it to the fucking internet as being the
camera.
guy that fucking pulled a gun on somebody.
I'm also pretty certain that my Ford F-150's camera is just running full time, 24/7, doing things like keeping me between the lanes and warning me of other vehicles crossing my way. But also, it's tattling to somebody. I know it is. I don't
And
trust
advertising
it one bit.
McDonald's hamburgers.
Oh, dude, they just had an article come out about the new cars and how they're monitoring your eyes.
Yes.
And so they made an example.
The DUI camera?
Well, beyond that,
Yeah.
now they're going to be able to disable it for if you have emotional stress.
Oh, really?
So the guy's like, okay, so you're at your house is on fire,
Yeah.
your wife is running down through the backyard with the baby.
Sure.
You're like, let me get the truck. You
Right.
jump in, your eyes are freaking the fuck out.
Of
Your
course.
truck goes, nope, you look intoxicated.
Yeah.
You look on drug. They're
You're
not
on drugs.
But the fact that they're, I don't know. They're spying on your ass, man.
I just wanted a Pepsi.
It's just, you know what? It's gonna really take the fun out of rubbing one out on a long road trip.
Oh, dude.
I can
No,
guarantee
maybe
you
not.
right there.
Or it could make it more fun.
We found 4 truck stops in your immediate area.
Hey, that, Elon. Do you want to be on Spiffy right now, or whatever it is?
Sniffy.
Sniffies.
Wouldn't you really rather be on Sniffy right now? Just a screen comes up on your display. This seems like a grinder situation.
Please pull over before Flex is selecting a wiener.
We'd like to introduce you to singles in your area.
Oh boy.
Hey, we have found a lion's den within 10 miles.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Well, wouldn't you like to pull over for porn? Man.
Now tell me, those have to be fronts.
What?
The
What,
porn
Lion's
shops.
Den?
Who
The
is
Lion's
paying
Dens?
for porn?
Again,
People without the internet.
which is what? One guy in Colombia still making
That's
coffee?
what I'm saying. That
Right.
has to be the biggest money laundering fucking
gotta
thing.
be.
Oh, my porn shop.
Yeah, it's got to be.
I sell over 300 DVDs a week.
There's
Like, what?
no fucking way that's
I
real.
think they have a lot of toys there and stuff. I mean, I haven't been into one in a long time. No, I mean, but
You mean House
I've
of Rubber
heard that
Dicks?
they have big
15 years ago, there was a lot of rubber dick in
House
there.
of Rubber Dicks. Yeah. So the idea is when you don't want a rubber dick showing up to your house on the front porch delivered by the Amazon driver, you just buy one in person
And conceal as you must.
and conceal it as you must. Exactly.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
You want to get your hands on them, try them out.
You're
see what
traveling,
the hell
right,
they feel,
you know.
what the grip is like.
You're traveling. You left your good dick at home. You better get a dick for the road.
Gosh, there's got to be a better way.
There's gotta be a better way. You know what? I've heard.
Stop and get
Go
dick.
to Adult Mart.
I've heard the dick game on Interstate 80 is better
Don't-
than the
did-
dick game at home.
Does the Peeps show still exist where there was like live acts with plexiglass? And
I've been
stuff?
to a coin-fed peep show in this
Of course
century.
you have. There's
Yeah.
no way you didn't.
I mean,
I've been-
they
I was
did
actually
Abbott
really
and
angry.
Costello come out
I was
after.
actually really angry. I was actually
the old
really angry
vaudeville act.
that the one that I went to, which is a shooting gallery, you know, the panels
shoot
go
at
up.
them?
No, you can see the
Yeah, it's an
person.
entirely different burlesque act.
The person doing the dancing is in the middle, and there's several windows that slide open in a circle. So
Okay.
it's like circling the wagons kind of thing. So the problem is if the guy across from you dumps his money in, you're no longer experiencing a private show.
Oh.
Right? So you might get to see her getting naked, but then also watch him whacking off.
Now it's voyeurism.
at best, right? So, but it was funny because the one that I went to, I was like fully expecting like the drop the coins, twist the knob kind of thing, like the old vibrating electric bed business, and it was totally modernized. It was a fucking credit card tap thing, and it was like tap, and it was it was all just like extremely modern and not the experience that I was expecting at
And the
all.
robot stripping was
But
really
the
weird.
ladies were still antique.
I know it was young. It was a young
Yeah.
person in there. It was a young person in there doing their job, but it wasn't the in the round kind of thing. It was very much like these were cubicles.
Shakespearean
It's probably a
stripping is
hologram.
totally my thing.
It's probably a fucking hologram. Like, oh, you don't touch her because you can't.
You can't, right? No, there's quarter-inch plexiglass between you and the entertainment. Yeah, there's zero chance of that, and you also don't want to touch anything
At all.
in there at all.
No.
Yeah, that's one of those
You just
places.
I
With
don't
your
know if I
Uncle
could be in
Rock's
the
wipes.
room without being disgusted.
On a special note, Renee wanted me to remind people that apparently California has gotten serious on the whole electric bicycle thing because apparently a kid smoked a dude on his the kid was on the electric bicycle and just smoked a dude, killed him, deader than dead. And the mom of the kid is being charged with vehicular homicide because the kid was warned before about riding this hot shit electric bicycle. And apparently mom was like, whatever, you can't tell me what to do. And then the kid goes out and literally kills somebody. So the mom is being charged with vehicular homicide.
Well, and they didn't do themselves any favors. Like, you know how like the bike life stuff is kind of like the sore eye for, motocross, whatever, everything. So they have all these electric rideouts where they're doing the bike life stuff, but it's electric bikes.
Of course.
And so, they're trying to pass all this legislation and stuff, and these kids are all bringing out their 100-mile-an-hour
Yes.
fucking crazy builds, which it's weird because there's a part of me that's like, wow, these kids are fucking building all this cool electronic shit and learning about controllers and voltage. And so like but then, they're fucking around on the streets.
If your parents had too much money in 1980, you had a Poop Magnum Mark II.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
And if your dad had too much money in 1980 and you had your Poop Magnum Mark II and your dad was cool, you had a 70cc kit on your Poop Magnum Mark II.
If
And
your
then
dad
it
was
no
medium.
longer went 30 miles an hour, it went damn near 50 or better, right? Or if you were industrious and you put threw a kid on that bitch, right? You could go faster.
But what did you have to ride that moped?
A moped license.
And a plate.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yep.
neither needed.
And that's what we're saying is in these states where we have this class 1, class 2, class 3 electric bicycles thing, where it's like, 20 is this, 28 is that, 30 is that. and the states don't agree on what those are going to be. It's the Wild West out there right now. And companies go, well, but ours is a moped because it goes 28.
And has pedals.
But you also you support a forum where everybody on the forum is giving you the app that you can make your bike go 70 on the app. So it's just like that. And again, no license plate, no moped license, no registration, no training, no nothing.
And then you got guys all pushing the boundaries. Like I saw recently,
I got passed by 4 kids going in excess of 60 miles an hour, no helmets on any of them, maximum age 14 years old. Right.
But there's even older guys like DUI guys that I saw a couple. There's 2 videos now, guys that took their Harleys, took the fucking engines out, put an electric motor in it. The saddlebags are batteries, and they're fucking riding to work, smoking a cigarette. The cop pulls them over. What? It's electric.
I know. Yeah.
You know,
it's the Wild West days of this stuff are coming to an abrupt end. And also, if your kids are the kids that are out there that are like, hey, Dad, I want this new Sauron, whatever. Well, it's restricted to 28 miles per hour. Be aware of what your kids have access to, because every single one of these things I've seen is like, yeah, it's 28 miles an hour, but there's an app for that.
But the reality is, if we were at this age, we would have all these things going 75 miles. Yeah.
Well, maybe not. Like if we look at one of those bikes that's a $1,200 machine right now, $1,200, $1,300 machine right now, if you would have backed that out to 1980s numbers, that might have been out of my price range, you know? So we were garbage picking shit.
No, but whatever you had, I'm saying you were trying to make faster.
Yeah, this is super accessible, and because kids can be really powerful to their parents, and kids can be really like, well, if you don't get me this, I'm going to be a bigger pain in the ass than I already am.
And I'm not saying specifically mom or dad, but if you're not into electronics, like you have no idea about what ESCs are. Or
have no idea.
You know, like,
and you're just like, look, I'm just tired of driving you to fucking soccer practice and cheerleading practice and show choir and all this other shit. I'm just tired of you and your 75 extracurriculars. If I can put you on a bicycle that's electric and get you to school building or wherever you got to go,
this science nerdy stuff, that's so cool.
That's great.
Yeah.
Just keep in mind, these things are way faster than you think they are. Understand that thing that you bought for Timmy for $1,200 at Costco could very easily go 60 miles an hour with a very light, very minor modification. Mm-hmm. And so be aware of the things you're buying for your kids, because we're getting to the point now where there's starting to be a body count. When there's a body count, there'll be laws to go along with it. Haven't been a body count up to this point, but we're starting to see that. And the hell with the other people. These are your kids, right? So these kids aren't going out and buying these with their newspaper money. That's a job that used to exist. Kids used to deliver papers for money. It doesn't exist anymore. The parents are just buying them so the parents can be released from being a chauffeur. So we've seen it. We've seen them come into the shop, and parents have been like, yeah, well, he says that he wants to go faster. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, you want your 13-year-old's kid their electric toy, which goes 30 now. You want it to go faster? Well, he wants it to go faster. Well, I'm sure he wants it to go faster. I'm absolutely certain he wants to go faster. Is he ready for that? Are you ready for that? Like, the city's not ready for that. You know, the average motorist out there is not ready for that. You know, you see a kid on an electric vehicle that makes no sound come out of nowhere at 50 miles an hour.
Well, that's the biggest thing is that when you're 12 and 13, you don't give a fuck about, you don't know anything about traffic. You don't know about rules. You don't even know what the lines mean.
No, the kids that passed me were left of center at 50 plus in a 35 zone, and they were just going ham. They were just like, yeehaw, man. They were feral children.
And that's the fucking problem. Like, I mean, as dumb as I was on a moped, which I didn't have a Pook, I had a Tomos fucking 2-speed, because you could pick those up for like
they were
nothing,
cheap,
you know. But like we were dumb. We went fast, but not like that. But we followed the rules, like, you know what I mean? Because you had your little license, like
you had a license plate on the back of it, which meant that it could be taken away from you, which meant that you could lose your moped license. Like, all those things were all real parts of being part of society. Where now it's just fucking go nuts, man. Well, if I took the license plate off my motorcycle that's out in the parking lot, I take the license plate off of that and just don't give a fuck because I'm a juvenile. Well, then we got problems. Like, we have problems as motorcyclists, we have problems as drivers, we have problems as parents, we have problems as citizens. And this experience I'm talking about, this wasn't in a shitty neighborhood. This was in a very affluent neighborhood. And okay, yeah, we gotta have some rules. It's like,
well, that's why the rules are happening now.
When you were 14,
if it would have happened in the hood, nobody would have done
when
shit.
you were 14, you had a moped license. I promise you. If you were a 14-year-old person, you wanted 2 wheels, I know you had a moped license. It was impossible in my neighborhood. If you were driving dirty on a moped and you didn't have your license plate and you didn't have your moped license, that shit was getting snatched up so fast it'd make your head spin. And then 90% of the time, no title, so Dad couldn't even get out of the impound lot. Then it's just gone forever. And that was the story about the guy who used to have a moped, and now he has to wait until he's 16.
Yep.
His moped privileges have been revoked. So that's just it. Just be aware. It's going to change real fast. And there's a lot of product out there right now, a hell of a lot of electric product that's being sold that violates all of those rules.
But you know what's kind of funny? I don't know if you noticed this or not, but like to me, every time I see like a dude that's like over 20 that's into these things and building them, they're the same guys that were doing that with like the vape machines.
Oh yeah.
Like, you know,
the
they
mega
have
vapors,
the big fucking toaster looking fucking things. And they'd be like, I got 9 coils on my juice. It's the same guys, but they're like, I got fucking 72 volts in the bottom.
Yeah, the competitive vapors.
Yeah, same fucking guys.
My suck box is
They
bigger
still
than
have
yours.
the fucking, they have the 3/4 shorts with the dragons on the back pockets.
The guys that are riding the one wheels, the dudes that are riding the one wheels are totally a new, like, there's the one wheel pint where you're like riding it like a snowboard.
Yeah.
Those guys are always super chill and awesome. But the guys who are riding the one that's one wheel vertical between your feet,
oh yeah,
those guys are always just full Tron.
Yeah.
Every time I see one of those dudes, they are armored from head to toe. They're fully blacked out. You can't see their face. They have no identifying characteristics. They're wrapped in carbon fiber, and they're leaning into it because they're going like 70.
They set their controllers too. When they take off, they almost fall forward.
It's ridiculous.
It's like
it's just insane. One goes by my shop occasionally, and I can kind of like, I feel a presence. And then I look out to the street and just a blur goes by and I'm like, what the fuck even was that?
If you really want to have a fun Saturday night, man, pull up fucking the one wheel failures on fucking YouTube. Because these motherfuckers are going like 85 miles an hour on their fucking super hopped up 96,000 volt one wheel. But then the motor stops.
Oh,
so
Jesus
like
Christ.
all the leveling that they had now at 80 just stops. So they literally just go and then and there's just fucking shit flying everywhere. I mean, a lot of these guys are in leather, so good for them and shit. But like, it's like your whole thing, your whole existence is relying on that fucking board.
Oh yeah, one computer board.
Not even, you could have all the skill you want.
One electrical hiccup.
Yeah. One little chip fucking, decides to fucking take a nap. And
we did the Chicago Scooter Rally last year, and one of the best things about the Chicago Scooter Rally is they do a midnight ride of the city of Chicago. Now, the only time to ride around Chicago is when it's fucking midnight, because any other time you can't ride around Chicago. It's just a giant fucking parking lot. But at midnight, it's amazing. And so midnight ride, and they leave and they do the tour, the Blues Brothers tour, which, they end up on Lower Wacker Drive, which is from the movie. That's literally underground. It's fucking amazing. And so we're going into Lower Wacker Drive off Lakeshore Drive, and we are fucking flying. It is like it's like 2-stroke fucking awesomeness. And we're just like, and you just sounds perfect. And all of a sudden, a fucking swarm of these guys on the one wheels just weave through us. Like, it was terrifying, but it was awesome. And I looked down at my speed. I'm like, I'm going 63. And that guy just walked me, dicing between all these other bikes. And some of our guys were like, let's giddy up, And some of our guys can run 70, 75 miles an hour, no problem. And these guys were legit. I'm not joking. 70 miles an hour. That's terrifying.
And I mean, it's not like they're doing it for 4 minutes. These dudes are driving 20, 30, 40 fucking miles, man. And it's pretty impressive for I can't hate the thing because it's impressive when you look at it, right?
If you told me you had a, quote, hoverboard, right, circa Back to the Future, if you said, I have a hoverboard and this hoverboard does these things, I'd be like, that's fucking amazing. Yeah. The fact that this just touches the ground, well, just barely in this case, and goes 70 miles an hour on just something you're standing on, it is outrageous.
Well, have you seen the dudes that are doing like that goat off-road fucking trials bullshit on those one-wheel fucking things?
I've not seen that.
Oh, dude. Yeah. These dudes got knobbies on those same fucking things, but they're geared for, not geared, programmed for torque or something.
Yeah.
And so they're sitting there and like these things are struggling to go up an incline, and the dude squeezes it and hops to a fucking rock and then goes this way up the thing, and it's like the whole time the tire's spinning and it's still it's fucking crazy.
I've never seen these guys that look like, hey, this is what I decided to do to commute to work today. Every time I see these guys, they look like fucking TIE fighter pilots. Like none of the guys is ever like, this is what I wore to work.
No.
Nobody.
And
nobody's commuting on that shit.
They have the coolest fucking backpacks. I mean, if you're into fucking like Blade Runner and shit.
Yeah, it's
like, you know, like they all have like animations on the back and they're all hard backpacks.
Yeah,
and stuff.
they are living in the future.
Yeah.
Yeah. They are actually the glitch in the Matrix.
Yeah.
That's where something leaked through this way. And you're like, if you follow them long enough, they'll just
But
transport.
you know what's interesting? So if you think about it, it has all the danger of motorcycles.
Oh, of course. Absolutely.
You know? Do you think so? Why didn't those guys choose? Because I've seen a lot of those dudes don't know anything about motorcycles at all. They can tell you everything about those one wheel.
Of course they can. It's
so what
insane.
is it like? Is it more the nerd aspect? Or I'm not saying that is derogatory either, but I'm saying like the
I
tech
think
aspect.
I think it is a level of nerd that is aspirational. And
They're
it's just
willing
one of
to
those
accept
things.
danger because I feel that's way more dangerous than a motorcycle.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is Tron light cycle level of like, oh, I fucked up slightly. No, you're dead.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. This is truly,
Or at
like
least
you
heard.
said, a tiny mechanical, absolute chaos.
Like think about it, man. You could be at 180 miles an hour, blow your back tire off. That one dude on the BMW, his rear wheel came off.
Yep.
You've seen that
Oh,
video.
yeah, absolutely.
And he fucking hits and he wiggles around and he stops and he slows down and he pulls over and he's like, holy shit, my bike broke. But he's alive and all that.
I went into hay bales at 92 miles an hour. So on a racetrack.
Right.
I can tell you, the bike came in on top of me. It was a bad day. And it put me on the deal for a very, very long time. Yeah. Shit is dangerous. All this shit is dangerous. A 5-year-old on a 70 mile an hour electric bicycle is dangerous. Right? You're riding a 186 mile an hour motorcycle. That's fucking dangerous.
But what I'm saying though,
dudes who go up in gyrocopters, that shit's dangerous.
What I'm saying is that all these other things that are dangerous have multiple failure points before you would really be fucked. This thing has un.
And you know what? I'll say it. Squirrel suit.
Squirrel suit. Absolutely. Squirrel suit and then literally the wings.
Yep.
So it's just like shit goes wrong, just put your arms out and just fucking flying squirrel right out of the situation.
That would actually be kind of cool, man.
It would be pretty amazing. It would be. And the poor little one wheel just is like, what the fuck happened? Do I circle back? Am I a jet ski now?
No, you're onto something here, right?
What?
Because one of the things that they can't do is continue down the mountains and stuff because then they have to go up and throw the parachute and fucking land, right? So if they kept the one wheel on their feet somehow, so you'd be able to fly with that thing, make it light enough, then they could actually just put it down like a landing gear.
They make parachutes for fat people. I've seen guys with gear that are well over 350
pounds.
The
wingsuits, right?
They
can only fly for so long.
Yeah, the wingsuit.
But then they have to pop a parachute and land.
Right.
But if you make one of these things light enough, then they just put their knees down and it's like a little landing gear.
What's that weird racing they do in the Swiss Alps where you like jumping from mountain to
parachute,
mountain?
Parachute racing. Yeah, it's crazy.
Or the fucking mountain bike cannonballs.
racing.
You ever see that shit where they get like 100 mountain bikes at the top of the mountain and they fucking bomb down?
Again, dumb shit people do for a thrill. I've seen people get killed chasing cheese.
Just do cocaine like an adult.
I'm at the age now, though, when I watch that shit and they're all high-fiving and laughing and fucking holding their bruises.
Right.
And I'm like, that's a fucking hip replacement.
Oh, of course it is.
Fucking
Absolutely. Oh, yeah, totally. Totally. Yeah. It's funny that I decided to make my life a lot less dangerous and I quit riding bicycles.
Yeah.
That's funny.
It is.
That's fucking hilarious. I've had way more injuries, way more super bad close calls on bicycles. Yeah.
I mean, most of my missing body parts are because of bicycles.
I promise you, there is no better way to get hurt in my neighborhood than to ride a bicycle. Yeah. It is just begging for it. And I have myself been hurt in my neighborhood riding a bicycle. So, I can kind of attest to that. And I have 6 or 7 really cool bicycles at my house. And I'm like, I should get that shit together again. Oh, that'd be great. And like, would you really though? Yeah. No, you got to walk past 9 motorcycles to get to that bicycle.
Oh.
Yep. And I mean, I've got tall bikes.
No.
So I've got I can be literally dumb on 2 levels.
Nope.
Yeah. So
I mean, that penny farthing is amazing.
the
I
penny.
was going to say, I feel like I ride a penny farthing when I get on a regular bicycle. now.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. If I ride the Vespa and I get on my bicycle.
Oh, you do?
It feels like
it's.
I'm like, oh my God.
It just feels like it's wrong.
Yes, it does. And I quite like my bike too, but it's just a different sensation altogether.
Yeah, my bike is a house. My house is a house. So like we have tandems, we have like all kinds of dumb, stupid bicycles. We have Japanese bikes that fold in half in the middle and all kinds of weird origami shit. And I have a lot of cool bicycles that I legitimately have not ridden in 15 years. Yeah, they're all just like art now. And like, fuck it. Yeah, get rid of it. Yeah, Cannondale and me, we spent a lot of money together. So we got anything else?
Yeah, hang on. Since Smith isn't here,
You got a joke?
I feel obligated.
Okay, all right, bring out a joke.
So a man runs into a bar and orders a double bourbon neat and downs it in one gulp. So I have to ask, how big is a penguin? Barman says about 18 inches. He's all right, orders another double bourbon neat, gulps it down real fast. What's the biggest a penguin can ever be? The barman frowns. Probably 3 feet, maybe an inch or two more. So the man orders a third double bourbon neat, gulps it down even faster, and he says, well, I may have run over a nun. That is as close as I get to a Smith joke.
That's pretty good, man.
That's good.
All right, on that, folks, remember to ride fast and take chances. Play us out of here, Johnny Mac. Everybody, 6 people, 7 people.